put this some of the, one of our back screens. Let me move some stuff over here. Hold on.
You should leave that in the background. What is that?
What's that?
What is that? Well, like, leave that in the background.
Oh, what
is that photo? Yeah,
it's actually not a photo. It's Mark Hamill. It's that dude. I showed you guys that thing. That's the
video.
That's the AI Star Wars glam rock video.
Yeah.
Of course, it's called. Hold on, I'm gonna start it over. I love this video.
Oh wait, hold on. I guess this is like a technical thing, but man, what am I supposed to say? We got our first not a copyright strike, but copyright violations. Yes.
For what?
We got one for Darman. I don't know where in Darman. In Darman, a commercial comes on for, I think it was like Gold.
Okay.
The company Gold. It was like we were showing a YouTube video, and the advertisement for the company Gold that sells like the gold chain.
Yeah.
It came on. It had like copyrighted music, so I had to trim it out of the segment.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we had one. It was like a rock band that y'all was listening to, and that got us.
Wow.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you about the rock band, but it happened last night. But I guess this is a little trick with YouTube. It has the capabilities to where if a copyright comes up, you can automatically just press a button and it trims it out before you'll be compliant.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
So that's something we should be
What
looking
was the rock band though? It wasn't the video that he's about to play, is it?
No, it wasn't this. It was something else. I forgot what it was. It was a real band. It was like from a band from the 80s.
Huh.
And I forgot we were talking about it. And yeah, like I think I went back later. I was like, copyright. I was like, oh man.
Okay. Yeah.
This one was funny because it was a commercial.
Okay, so here we go. This is created by Wicked AI, and it is entitled "No Light Left in the Force Tonight." And this is that 80s glam rock AI video where they're taking all the characters from Star Wars and turn them into members of Bon Jovi, essentially. Do you recall me playing that for you before, Raymond?
I think that's what it was that we got the Team Strike for.
Really?
Yeah.
This isn't. Well, this song's written by some AI. This is not.
Oh.
This is
No. This wasn't it. I'm sorry.
okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna play it in the background, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sound off so that way it's not interrupting us. But here's the song. I mean, I'm digging this song, actually.
The hyperdrive is humming low. The console lights give off their familiar glow.
And it's actually about Star Wars.
I got nowhere to go.
It's Carrie Fisher.
You talk about the mission, the rebellion's on the line. I wanted to find the moon and leave this all behind. You told me that you loved me,
just so you can see it.
and I said I know. I couldn't steal you from your noble fight. Was I wrong? Was I right?
Here it is.
Princess, where's the light? Our love is now a memory, and it's fading from my sight. No, there's no light left in the force tonight. And the future that
Hold on, I better pause that so
has
it's
been
clear.
stolen by the fight. No, there's no light
I'm going to
left
mute
in
that.
the force tonight. No.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty awesome the way they have them. They look pretty. Oh yeah, I was commenting before the Harrison Ford's young version with the hair looks like a cross between him and Patrick Swayze. That's the vibe I'm getting is him and Patrick Swayze there. So I'll have that looping in the background for people to look at so they can see it. Anyway, okay. So what was it? Why did I pop? I was gonna say something. What were we talking about when I started the recording? Because I wanted to mention it in the recording. Oh. No, I forget what I'm about to say. Quentin, can you recall what we were talking about?
Did it have to do something with that video?
No,
or
it did not. It did not.
No, before the video.
I started recording because we were talking and I wanted to include it in our Gab session.
Dang.
Oh no, come on guys. Help me out here.
It'll come to us. Did we intro this whole thing?
No, we did not. Anyway,
right.
Welcome to the next Digenet video. Here we are again talking about random crap that are popping into our minds because we're seeing stuff online. Oh, what were we talking about? Okay, so those of us
we were talking about I had to edit something. Oh no,
that came after. Those just joining, we're now we started the video up because in a private conversation, something interesting started to come up, and I wanted to talk about it during our video, and then we went on a different tangent, and now we've forgotten what I was going to say.
Dang.
God dang it. Did it have anything to do with the fact that Raymond looks like an 80s rapper? No, that's not it. No, what could it be? Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, this is the worst. This is a senior moment.
Am I a senior?
No, I'm having a senior moment because I was the one who wanted to record the session because we were talking about something that I thought would be interesting for people to hear about. What could it possibly be? Well, I don't know what it's going to... Well, it'll come to us eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to have to come eventually, but I wanted to bring some... Dude, for some reason, I'm really enjoying South Park Trump. You know, the South Park representation of Donald Trump, I like him. And I think it's more than just me. Like, I really enjoy the South Park Donald Trump, and I think it's making Trump more likable to the general public.
Come on, guy.
Come on, guy. Hey, come on, guy. Relax. You know, and the faces the images they captured of him in order to make that, it's just perfect. I mean, it's just...
Because this is real face.
It's his real face. His real expressions. His real expressions. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, like... dude, and here's the crazy part, okay? Relatively recently, we had the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, was that it? Come visit the U.S., right? And of course, his government and he himself have been accused of personally giving the order to kill that journalist, right?
Kill Khashoggi.
Yeah. So that's all happening, and a journalist in America decided to ask about it, right? And Trump shut that journalist down, like boom, right?
You lost your mind. You ain't supposed to bring that up.
And what's crazy is this. I mean, like, I think he called her, "Hey, come on, piggy." He says something like that. He called her,
pig.
But this is
God.
But this is what's that?
That actually happened? Wait, hold on. You got to explain that situation.
Okay, so there's a peace in the Middle East happening right now. So they brokered a deal between Israel and Palestine, I guess it is. And so now things are settling in over there, and business is booming, obviously, right? Business is booming, and obviously the Trump family is there snatching up land, building hotels. They're making deals, right? Mm-hmm. And so other moneyed folks in the region want in on these deals, and so of course you got the other countries, because those other countries with human rights violations need to clean up their images. Right, so they're trying to make themselves look like a progressive 21st century country. Like, they had the Riyadh Comedy Festival. They're really trying to rehabilitate themselves. And so the Crown Prince is here, Saudi Arabia, glad handing. They're probably doing deals, and that's why he's here. So we're resuming relations with all those countries, and believe it or not, this gigantic money grab could be what ends up bringing real peace to the Middle East, because they all put aside their differences to get a payday.
Yep, to get this money. I'm telling you.
Get this money, right?
Man, what?
When it all comes down to it, centuries and centuries, millennia of warfare, it comes crashing down when everybody starts chasing the same paper together.
Trying to get this paper. They say it's the root of all evil. I think it's
that's insane, right? Can you imagine that? And they're like all these idealists. I mean, all these ideologies trying to win over there, and suddenly what wins is like, the pursuit of the new Bugatti,
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's here, and that's white, and so he was in the White House, and a journalist said, Crown Prince, whatever, you are currently accused. I mean, he come out and accused them, and I believe, I could be mistaken. He may have been saying something else, but he cut in to answer for the guy. He's like, come on. He's like, hold on, I'll take this, and he called her Piggy, I think.
No, because I'm trying to get to this because I'm like, Trump is a freaking genius if he did something like that. You're telling me when they asked him about Khashoggi, the journalist
asked the prince about Khashoggi.
About Khashoggi.
Yeah. Oh no, this is what Trump said. Trump cut in. I can't remember if he called her Piggy or not. Okay. The journalist, he called her something, but then he said, I loved it. He said, in talking about what happened to Khashoggi, he said, "Come on, man, things happen." That's what he said. Things happen. Get over it. Let's move on.
Oh my God!
And then but then the crazy part is after he had answered for the prince, he's like, he's basically saying, why are you making my guests feel uncomfortable in this room? It's like, come on, man. It's like, show some respect. That was his response. Things happen. Show some respect. We're all adults here. Shit happens. Move on, right? That's what he basically said.
Right.
But then the prince said, he was like, thank you, Mr. Trump. But he addressed the journalist and answered her question. He actually, I guess he was ready to answer questions like that because he was coming to America and he couldn't avoid that shit forever. I mean, like, even if everyone was told, don't bring it up, some journalist is going to bring it up.
And they brought it up.
And he was ready for it. He had an answer. I can't remember what it was, but he actually addressed it. Regardless of what he said, he did directly address it. Mm-hmm. But I love Trump's thing. Stuff happens. It was just like a South Park version. Hey, guy, come on, relax. That's exactly what he said.
Wow.
But yeah. Yeah, so that's...
He probably watches it too.
He probably watches it too. And so the South Park Trump, believe it or not, in South Park, even though he's supposed to be the villain, he's really quite likable. Mm-hmm. The version of him is really quite likable. And Satan is the victim. Satan is trapped in a loveless relationship, essentially, and he's pregnant. And Trump is finding ways. Trump doesn't want this baby. Trump's finding ways to get rid of the baby. And the real villain of all people is J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance's character is coming to the front, and he's more than just that little sidekick. He's making moves. Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
No,
but
not no sidekick.
But South Park has become totally self-aware, and they already are. But in this season, they become totally self-aware. And 2 episodes ago, the whole emphasis of the episode was about how South Park sucks now. They were saying it, South Park, but they were talking about their town, not the show. Yeah. But of course, they're saying, "Hey, South Park sucks." And then they tried; they were using it to. So they in the episode, the kids got together and were supposedly making like a YouTube video about it and encouraging people to join their community. And they had 750,000 people join their community overnight. And they decided that with that upswelling of support, they were going to make some money by selling crypto.
Wow.
It was crazy. So that's the state of things right now. That's where South Park is at. But to give you an idea of who knew that a badly done cartoon about a bunch of foul-mouthed kids and a talking piece of poop,
would make it this far.
Would make it not only this far, but probably be one of the most successful animated things ever created. Because you know that they were brought on to Paramount for like over $1 billion.
Right.
And that's the reason why you can't rein them in. You can't control them. They can do whatever they want. Because they were brought on for $1 billion for a reason. right?
Right.
People watch them, and
we watching.
we're watching them. And if Paramount was for some reason to not want to have them on there anymore, they can go anywhere else they wanted to, right? And they would keep their money because they made good on their end of the deal. So Paramount can't give them the boot. So they're no Stephen Colbert. They can't be pushed around. Stephen Colbert's, and no knocking the guy or the stuff he does, but his show doesn't earn money. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't generate the kind of revenue South Park does, right?
Mm.
So based on that, today, remember, in the creator world, what really matters is how much you earn. That gives you the power in this realm, right? It's your earning ability gives you the ability to do what you want to do,
Right.
okay? No matter how important your content is, or how deep it is. One could argue that South Park is just silly compared to the serious discussions that you see on Colbert and stuff like that, right? But people ain't tuning in for that. Okay, at least not on that platform, right? And so South Park can't be you can't deplatform them. They're too profitable to say no to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this, I'm going to bring something. This is weird. I saw a documentary called I think like Casa Bonita Mi Amor. I think that's what it's called. So in a 2013, I think, episode of South Park, Cartman wants to go to a restaurant called Casa Bonita. Casa Bonita is a real place in Colorado. I think it's in Boulder, I think. And supposedly it's an iconic location there. It gets tons and tons of people going to it. It's a crazy, insane restaurant / indoor theme park. It's supposed to be like going to Mexico. Okay, so it's kind of like the Knott's Berry version of Mexico. Like Knott's Berry Farm is the Wild West in the way that this is Mexico. Okay, and there's like cliff divers. So there's an indoor cliff and a pool that the divers jump off the cliffs and dive into. And all this is in a South Park episode. Okay, so Cartman wants to go there so bad, and during the pandemic, Casa Bonita closed, obviously because the pandemic. No one's going to a restaurant.
Right.
And during the first year of its closure, the restaurant owners decided they were not going to reopen. They were going to declare bankruptcy and shut it down. Okay, so it was opened up by this guy in 1974, and then they were running it, and people loved it. People over there just loved Casa Bonita, and they sold it to some British company. And when they sold in the mid 80s or early 80s, and when they sold it to the British company ran it for a profit but put no money back into it. So they did a whole lot of deferred maintenance. They were not maintaining the building at all, and so it was going to shut down. And obviously the South Park guys had it in an episode. So I guess they both had memories of going there as a kid, especially Trey Parker. He was really, really into the place. And so they stepped in to save it. They bought it for $3.4 million, I think, at a bankruptcy sale, with the intent of putting about $4 million into renovations. Okay. So when they got into the place, when their people got in to inspect it, it was a little bit worse for wear than they thought it was. So this documentary that was created followed the process, and it went from $4 million to rehab it, to $6 million, to $8 million, to $10 million. Okay, as they went through and saw what was not working, and what needed to be updated. So by the time it finally opened, and it did open, the South Park guys stuck to their guns. They reopened it. How much do you think it cost them? The original estimate was, I think, $4 million to renovate it. How much do you think it cost when they finally got everything paid for?
7.
12. No. 18.
He's guessing 18. Raymond, you guessing 7?
Well, sure. If we bringing it up, it probably had to be something egregious. Let's say 20.
Okay, that's pretty egregious, right? It was north of 40.
Woo! It started off with
So this is what's nuts, okay? It's a 50,000 square foot building. Okay? They had to pretty much gut it. Nothing that was there was usable.
Yeah.
Okay? And it was built in the 70s, so what was what was up to code in the 70s was nowhere near what is code in the 2025s.
Right.
Okay? It's just crazy what they did. So it turns out that the divers, when they dove off that cliff into the lagoon, whatever it was, they wouldn't even surface. They would dive in, and there was a underwater tunnel that they'd swim through to come out in the back, and that tunnel was like barely the size of a person. So people get stuck inside it. The whole thing was a death trap. Okay, the whole thing was just a death trap. All the steel support pillars that were holding up the roof had all rotted at the base. They had rusted out. None of the pillars holding up the roof were touching the ground. They had to rehab the entire thing. HVAC all had to come out. Nothing was usable. It was crazy. Nothing. It would have been cheaper to tear down the building and build a new one.
But they just went ahead and tried to
renovated renovated what was there. Yeah, it was. But the cool thing is they put their own touch to it, and so they. I mean, I actually want to go to it now. After seeing this, I want to go to this new version. It looks really cool. So what it's like? So I'm assuming you guys have been to Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, have you been to Tom Sawyer's Island?
Yeah.
Raymond, you're looking like you have not.
I ain't been to Disneyland in I don't know how long.
Okay, but so you know the riverboat thing that goes around that there's an island in the middle. There's a giant riverboat. And there's an island there. You don't remember the island, the middle of the big thing?
Man, I think the last time I went to Disneyland was in the 90s.
Okay, yeah, 'cause it's been a while. No, but that's been there forever. Okay,
forever.
The island is part of the original Disneyland. And so Tom Sawyer's Island is like, basically it's like what it sounds like. It's based on the Tom Sawyer. There's caves you can go inside, you can run around, there's pirate layers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what this place is like. There's a bunch of caves that kids can run around in, and it's pretty nuts. So that's how much money the South Park guys have. The amount just kept going up, and these guys are going, oh, you're killing me. Okay. Oh my God, more money. Okay. And they just kept giving it, right? Once they passed like 20, recouping that money is becoming a pipe dream at that. I mean, like,
what is recoup? We are already billionaires.
Yeah, it ain't ever coming back, right?
Right.
And they just kept throwing money at it because it's like a childhood memory. And $40 million. But the population of Colorado is just indebted to these guys because, like, that's like buying Disneyland for them, right? Imagine if Disneyland declared bankruptcy and was going to get torn down, and there's a mini mall is going to get put up, and you walked in and just shelled out $10 billion to make it live again.
Yep.
Right?
We got to keep Disneyland. We can't lose Disneyland.
So that's what it's like. So these guys just shell $40 million from two private people. No financing, just check writing or whatever it is, electronic That's a crazy amount of money for these two guys to shell out. And this is what Trey Parker said. He was there and he loved it, but he realized that he was a distraction. When he's there, people focus on him. So they arrive at the place and, oh, it's Trey Parker. And so now, rather than enjoying the place, people are lining up to say hello to him and shake his. He's not part of the place, right? It's like, it's kind of like name a super famous popular actor. Like Johnny Depp, okay? Like the guy that we made fun of in one of our previous episodes, right? Imagine Johnny Depp shows up at your birthday party, and your birthday party is no longer about you. Everybody wants to go talk to him, and they forgot it's Raymond's birthday. Johnny Depp's here.
You a selfish person if Johnny Depp showed up to your birthday, you didn't know, and you ain't trying to be like, oh, Johnny Jump showed up to my birthday party. You a hater. Like, if you felt that way.
But that's what Trey Parker said. Basically, he can't go to that place anymore because he kind of ruins it for other people, because now they don't get a chance. They don't get a chance to appreciate the place because now there's something distracting him. So he doesn't.
So what? Man, go be a freaking superstar. You tripping?
So he
like, you put South Park on the map. All that stuff he did for that city, he should be the mayor.
The governor actually, they showed the governor during the South Park 25th anniversary concert. Mm-hmm. This wasn't included in the recorded version that we got. Okay, but the governor gets up there and publicly thanks the South Park guys for rescuing Casa Bonita. And at the time, it was under construction still. Mm-hmm. And he at the same time also said thank you to the South Park guys for eliminating unemployment in Colorado. Because of all the contractors.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. What? Man.
Wow.
To be the mayor forever.
You've got to watch this whatever documentary. I think it's on Prime. It's on Prime. I'm pretty sure it's on Prime. Casa Bonita Mi Amor, I think is what it's called. You guys got to watch it because that just shows the success level that these guys have achieved when you can just throw $40 million at like a backyard renovation, essentially. I mean, there's rescuing it because of childhood memories. Now, the funny part about those childhood memories, the memory of the food was that it was bad. Okay, the food there was like cafeteria food. And so when they did this, they decided they're going to make the food good. They're going to keep it the same, but make it good. And so they brought in this award-winning Mexican chef that ran several big concepts in Colorado, and they brought her in to be the head of the food service division of this whole thing. And it has characters. So there's people running around. It's like Disneyland. There are characters. One of the characters is Black Bart. Black Bart is an actual stagecoach robber from the 1800s. Mm-hmm. And so there's a sheriff, there's Black Bart, there's like there's a couple adventuring people, there's a whole bunch of characters. And so there are people there employed to be characters. So there are actors that are running around in character the whole time. It's really it's pretty trippy. So I really want to go to it now, because supposedly the food's good too now. So the food, and they had to hire a bunch of cliff divers.
That's wild.
So they hired a bunch of professional divers. So could you? I mean, I'm just imagining the HR department. There's a bunch of actors hired. There's a bunch of athletes hired. Of course, there's a ton of regular servers and bartenders. How many people are actually working there is just boggling the mind. And then the maintenance people to keep that place running.
It's like Disneyland.
Like Disneyland.
But it's all
indoors. South Park land.
And it's all indoors. Okay, and so Cartman in the episode goes to one of the tables and he's eating, right? And so what they've done is they've set aside that specific, because it's based on a real location within the restaurant. They've set aside that table permanently as the Cartman table. And people can take pictures at it, but no one can eat at it. So because it's there for photo opportunities. So it's the Cartman table.
Stupid.
Now is this place just to eat? Or is it something else?
Oh no, it's an indoor theme park that you eat in. You go there and you pay your ticket and you eat, and the kids get a chance to watch puppet shows. There's the divers on a schedule. So it's like walking around the Vegas Strip, like every now and then the volcano erupts. There's a volcano now that erupts there too.
Yeah.
So you go there and the kids basically just run around free and wild, running through the caves, playing. It's an accident waiting to happen. Think about it. Because I remember when I went to Tom Sawyer's Island and was running around that thing,
You fell.
I didn't fall. I smacked my head on a low hanging part of the cave.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I was probably 19.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's a crazy place. It's pretty cool. So, gots to say, it's for me. It's if I had a bucket list, it would be on my bucket list now.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to
No,
just go see Disney.
I just want to see a place that two guys spent out of pocket $40 million to renovate. I mean,
yeah,
that's a labor of love.
the labor of love, but man, they should be making more money off
Dude,
of that.
anybody, dude. Once you found out that what was going to be $4 million to renovate has turned into $7 million, you probably pull the plug. Now, realistically, you pull the plug because, purchasing it for 3.4 and putting $4 million into renovations brings you up to 7 point something. That's probably, the numbers probably still look good, right? But add 30% to that, the numbers are probably not looking too good anymore. The financial numbers at the end of the day. Make it 10 times greater than original, and the financial numbers definitely do not look good. How long does it need to operate to recoup that money? Now, supposedly, they said that in a regular operating day, 5,000 people go through that thing a day. It was Colorado's most visited landmark before they did this. 5,000 people a day. So Quentin, run that numbers. Let's say each person they got $30 from.
More, because the dinner there is like $40 for an adult.
Well, it is now, but before it was. Okay, so it's the prices up there?
I had them up. Adult 13 and up. All weekday lunch is $30. All other times is $40. Kids 12 and under is $20. All other times is $25.
Well, let's average it. So 40 plus 25. 40 is the regular price?
$40 all times other than lunch. Weekday lunch.
Okay. So 40 plus 25, right? 65 divided by 2, 32.50. Let's call it 28 because there's lunch is lower, right? Let's call the average ticket price $28.
Okay.
Average ticket 28. 28 times 5,000. What is that number?
28 times 5,000.
Yeah.
140.
140,000 a day. Okay. So what's 140 times 365? 140,000 times 365.
What is that? 51 million?
Okay. So, and multiply that by 7%.
0.07?
Yeah.
$3,577,000.
That's probably net profit yearly. That's probably net profit. So by that token, 44 million divided by 3 million is how many years? 44 divided by 3. What is that? 11? No.
It's about 15, close to 15.
That's how long it would take to recoup that. If these numbers are anywhere near realistic. And remember, that's about right. Considering all the stuff they're doing, the margins are very slim in that place. Okay. It's not, you'll make it back eventually, but there's a whole lot of other businesses that were better ideas.
Yeah. But now that's a tourist attraction, so
it's always been one. It's always been one.
I would expect to go up because of them being the tourists now, or them being the
owners,
the builders of the tourist attraction.
Yeah, how many more? I wonder what max capacity. How many people can go to that thing daily? How many? What's the maximum flow of people in? Who knows? But it's definitely not. It was not a good business decision. In no way, shape, or form could it have possibly been a good decision. Nobody would have done it except for them.
It's not about, but I mean,
It was not a business decision, actually.
it's not. It's not. Yeah, I'm about to buy this theme park because I'm like, I
Okay,
don't made.
okay. So when they were going into it, thinking of spending $7 million, what you were saying, Raymond, is exactly true. I'm going in to rescue this thing. $7 million, not a big deal for them. Okay,
Yeah.
not a big deal. Throw it at it, a big deal. But 40, I don't care who you are. You could be a billionaire. $40 million is a significant number now.
That's a big number. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but when you only expected to spend 7.
Yeah, when you expected to spend 7, you're going to spend 40. It now becomes one of those things where, okay, this could become embarrassing, right? This is somebody's folly. It's like it's going to be Trey's. It's going to be the Parker Stone folly. You know what if they spend all that money and they're not even able to open? Get this, okay? So
it's not open.
Oh, it did open. So there's an iconic fountain in front of it.
I get what you're saying.
There's the fountain in front of it is iconic, right? And it hasn't operated for a long time. Okay. And they went in to figure out how to make it work. And they couldn't. There was no way to make the fountain work.
So why didn't they just build a new fountain?
They did. They tore down the old fountain to build a new fountain. And this is what's crazy. This is what's nuts. The population went ballistic. They thought they tore down the fountain. They're changing. So the funny part is the people didn't want them to change anything.
But upgraded.
But they wanted to. But the funny part is they figured, okay, I mean, like, we're not changing the food. We're just making it taste good, right? So the menu is still the same, basically. So, I mean, all the iconic things that were there are going to be there, but now it's going to taste good, right? But people were afraid that they were going to radically change it. And when they tore down the fountain, everybody's thought that their fears were suddenly, justified. Oh my God, they tore down the fountain. That's what they're saying, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't realize they were tearing it down to build an identical fountain in its place.
Yeah.
So the fountain that they rebuilt looked just like the fountain they tore down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should have just rebuilt it the way it was.
And that's what they did. But when people saw them tearing it down,
the internet
went ballistic.
Outrage.
There was outrage.
Like, shut up. Let me do my thing. I get it. I understand, Armand.
And the entire roof was covered in dead pigeons.
Why?
There was a hawk living in. So there's a main tower. There was a hawk nesting in the main tower that was killing all the pigeons and just leaving the bodies everywhere.
Oh yeah. That became his.
That became his domain.
Yup.
Okay.
Where I done that.
Yeah, you guys got to watch. You guys just need to watch the documentary. It's crazy. I'm like, holy crap. So yeah, there's. I just want to get that out there because I saw it recently, and I'm like, that was cool. Okay, congratulations to Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Shout out to Trey and Matt
for being willing to spend that money. There's a lot of people who make a lot of money who are unwilling to spend it.
Yeah, I should be around people like that because I'm all for it. Like, I'd have been there. I'd be like, for real, Matt. Come on, man. I know you at 32 million, but man, keep going.
Dude, Trey Parker,
finish it, Matt. Nah,
Trey Parker accompanied the chef to Mexico.
We gotta finish it.
Dude, Trey Parker accompanied the chef to Mexico to their thing was this. It was not going to be an authentic Mexican place. Obviously, it is the Disneyland of Mexico, right? It's not accurate. But they just wanted to go down there to get ideas. Right. So they weren't going down there to learn about the culture and bring it back faithfully. That's not the reason. They were there just to get some ideas, right?
Right.
And this is how Trey Parker thought of that place. He saw, so there was an Elvis movie, something. I don't want to call it Viva Acapulco, but it's something like that. Something Acapulco, and so he basically saw it as a place like an Elvis song. It was a white guy singing a song that had some Spanish words in it, but that's how he saw the place. It was a white guy version of Mexico. It's an Elvis version of Mexico is how we saw the place. And so that's pretty much what they did. And it looks awesome. It looks incredible. I want to go so badly.
Yeah.
I mean, forget
You
the
should. I think
Louvre.
that's a good bucket list item.
I'm not going to the Holy Land. I'm going to Casa Bonita. I'm gonna be Cartman when I go there. I'm gonna be like, You know what I mean?
There's probably people who do that because this is the first time. I mean, this is literally the closest thing to South Park land that they're gonna get to.
Yes. Yeah. No.
It's called, I think it's actually kind of dope. I'm glad I heard about this today.
Dude, let's revisit that. I think that there could potentially be a South Park
land.
Dude, if there can be a Dollywood, and no shade being thrown at Dolly Parton, she's an icon, people love her, but she's an entertainer. If a single entertainer can have a theme park about them, South Park could have a theme park.
I don't know that Dolly Parton has sold $1 billion movie.
No, definitely not.
South Park has sold $1 billion TV show.
But you know what? As we was talking about this, it's like now I kind of look at all creators the same now. It's just like it's a different medium where you're I guess monetizing your content, because it's like, okay, if I had to like equate somebody to Matt Stone and Trey Parker, right? It would be Mr. Beast, right?
Okay.
Mr. Beast get that type of views. So if Mr. Beast, because Mr. Beast is on Tubi right now,
and he has a deal with Prime too.
You got to deal with Prime. I don't know. I didn't watch Mr. Beast games. I think he was getting a little bit too. You tripping right now, bro? You about to turn us into the Hunger Games pretty soon.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast Hunger Games. That's
I could totally see that. People getting injured intentionally in his activities. I can see that.
I think I told you when he showed his studio to, there was these, I forgot the kids. My son had me watching these little kids. I ain't gonna say little kids. They were like teenagers. They went to Mr. Beast's studio. He got a big old studio somewhere in California. And he had several like them doing the challenges. He got people in there. Like he had one where he had them he built a jail in the studio.
Okay.
He was like, all right, we're gonna see who can stay here the longest. I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy. Then he said it was one where it's like I think he challenged one of his friends to lose weight. Like it was a whole bunch of things going on each lot. Where I was like, yeah, Mr. Beast is kind of, I don't know, man. He kind of wild, even though it's just a game show. But it's like, think about if he had to sell his catalog one day.
Could mean Beast is, the funny thing about him though is he's kind of, he'll never fade into obscurity, but he's not.
We're going to watch some of these forever.
But he's not making the same waves as he was. He's becoming part of the institution.
Yeah,
he's becoming mainstream in a way.
Yeah,
but I could really see a moment where our entertainment takes a kind of seriously dark turn, right? Think about it. We're becoming more and more reliant on spectacle. It's getting harder and harder to be noticed for anything subtle, right? So, I mean, think back to some of the things that we've created. The Biggest Loser. Remember what The Biggest Loser was all about? Getting a bunch of really, really, really heavy people together and seeing who could basically lose half of themselves.
Oh, my God.
Right? People competing to didn't somebody have a heart attack on that?
I don't look. I've never watched The Biggest Loser, but now that you think about it, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, you take I don't know how many of them. You take 10 really heavy people, put them together, isolate them, right, and whip them into shape, right. They've all signed crazy waiver. I mean, that they've signed some insane waivers, allowing you to essentially use a cattle prod on them or something. They're there to do something dangerous. Okay. And we're watching these people starve themselves and beat themselves physically and psychologically to try to drop that weight. You can just imagine Jillian Michaels, 10 more reps, you cow. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you can just see it, right? I mean, they're not being gentle with these people either because they need to get results. They don't want to see a 300-pound person weigh 270. No, they want that person to hit 150, right? They want them to reach a point where you got to cut off excess skin. That's what they want to do, right?
Right.
And so that happened. And you know, these shows, you've heard the backgrounds of them, these competitions where people get eliminated. You know, there's tons and tons of backstabbing. The people are, because people vote on these. The audience votes for these. It's a popularity contest. It's kind of like those Survivor things. Right? There's another one, Survivor, or how about Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
Right. I've never seen an episode, but from what I understand, they get a bunch of people trying to survive on a remote island without clothing for some reason.
It depends. It's 2 minutes.
Wait, have you watched it? Have you watched
Watch it all the time. Watch it all the time.
Hit me. I gotta know what's on. What is this about?
They take a man and a lady, generally from lots of different places. The U.S. generally. Some places different. Sometimes it's like some people are from South Africa. I've seen that. They take a man and a lady and they put them on an island. Sometimes it's the Philippines. Sometimes
Wait, there's only two people on the show?
Generally 2 people, but there's different versions. There's actually a Survivor version now where they take people and they put them, like, say, in a survival situation where everything's gone apocalyptic and everything's all burnt up. But then the original version is where they take the one man and the one lady and they put them like on a desolate kind of place, generally with a water source, and they give them some type of item. They give them a fire starter, and they can pick and choose another item. Generally, they pick a pot and something else, like a hatchet or some type of cutting blade, and they have to survive for 21 days.
Okay, so they cooperate.
Yeah, they work together.
Okay.
But sometimes they don't.
And so and they're naked.
Yes.
Okay.
Naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid. And they just all they got to do is survive, basically.
Yes.
So they film them trying to find food, essentially.
Trying to find food, trying to make shelter, trying to survive. Because sometimes they can be in places where there are big, wild animals. Elephants, rhinoceroses, a lot of different things. They put them in Africa. They put them in the Philippines. They put them in the bayou. They put them in Texas.
So
swamps, a lot of different places.
They put them in Texas naked
Yes.
and afraid.
Yes.
wait, so how do are they being filmed with a bunch of hidden cameras, or is there a crew filming them?
There's a crew filming.
I believe sometimes the crews are there because they generally have like a medical crew, some type of medical crew, some ways away. So if there's like an issue, they'll have a medical guy come in and examine them. I've seen people get stitches. One guy got stitches on his private part area because he had ripped his sack, so to speak.
How did he rip his sack?
He's naked.
On a log.
If you're out there foraging for food naked in the brush, you're gonna get like thorny plants catching you in all sorts of crazy places. You're gonna try to jump over a log and catch yourself.
Oh my God,
dude! There was a cat.
Or worse yet, if you're an older gentleman, you might just sit on your balls.
I didn't know it was that deep, man.
No, there was one cat who climbed a tree to get bees' honey. Now think about that, dude. You climbing a tree naked. How you getting down?
You're grabbing that trunk and shimmying down. Oh man, talking about scratching an itch.
Now you're thinking about it.
Yeah, but like, you know, I didn't think, like, how long are they naked? Don't they make clothes?
21 days.
21 days.
They can't put on any clothes.
No. Sometimes some do. Like, you know how you at some beaches and there's like different clothes or stuff that washes along the beach. I forget what they call it.
If you find it, you can use it.
Yeah.
As long as you find it. I'm thinking like, man, that would have been the first thing all right, I'm naked. Let me figure out how I'm gonna not be naked.
Well, then that kind of ruins the season for the watchers. They want to see you walk. And the thing, okay, so
we wild for wanting to watch that. Just thinking about it, like, yo, I've seen it before with my dad. That's why I'm like, like when you were like, I had to think about. I was like Naked and Afraid. I heard of that, and then I was like, wait a minute, I've watched this show, and now when I really think about it from a different perspective, yo, that's wild. People really watching people naked. And
So
afraid.
Raymond, so essentially, this happened. You started your own episode of Naked and Afraid, and your dad was the one who was naked, and you were the one who was afraid.
Nah.
Hey, they even have 14-day what do they call it? Fan challenges, where the fans who watch it will
No,
have
they go
14
get
days.
naked and start being afraid.
Yeah, they put the fans like for 14 days. It's less than the 21 days as the original. Then they also have what they call I forget what they call them, but they're like really, really top guys that do challenges together. Like they'll come in packs, groups, and they'll go out and they'll try to
A team of naked people.
40 days.
Naked, afraid
40
people.
days naked. Yes.
So now because I got clothes on, I'm fearless. Like fearless.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wait, I got. Here's something I need to know. Is there a prize? What are they competing for?
What are they competing for?
You succeeded.
Nah, it's got to be a prize. They got to get some type of money.
I was naked for 21 days, and all I got was a stinking T-shirt.
Yo, that's pimping at another level. You're
succeeded.
not about to tell me that
You
these
succeeded.
people.
You
No,
succeeded.
they gotta get it.
No, Raymond. There's a challenge with the groups though.
Yeah.
And then there's a prize for that one. I think it's like 500,000 or something like that. But
Okay, that's worth it.
That's worth it.
But when you do the one man, one lady, there's no.
Wait,
there's no
do the man and the lady know each other going into it?
No.
They're
Generally not.
strangers.
Generally not. But they have had couples. They've had couples that come on, and they've also done Naked and Afraid dating. Dude, it's spin off into different
I
stuff.
went on my first date. I was naked and afraid with you. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No,
That's a
Wait,
moment right there. So, okay,
Wait,
so this,
wait. And they didn't get paid nothing. They didn't get paid nothing.
they got a free trip out of it to wherever they went.
But I had to be naked and afraid to get it. I had to be naked and afraid to get it.
Wow.
No, man.
Oh, so Quentin, you watch this.
Yeah, I didn't watch the dating one, so I can't tell you about the
Okay, but
dating.
you've watched
I watched
this.
the regular one.
You've watched
Yeah, I
the
watched
regular.
the
interesting
So
show.
here's the thing about it. Okay, I want to know this. So they're naked, but I'm assuming that they're blurred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the point of watching Naked and Afraid and everybody just blurred?
Hey, Armand, just the title alone is going to get you to stop.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna be for real me. Dude, I enjoy white people doing crazy stuff.
Wait, so they're mostly white
It
folks
is a
doing this.
very good pastime, Quentin. I'm gonna second that one.
So they're mostly white folks. I'm assuming the white folks then for the majority of.
Majority, yes, but there are there's some other ethnicities, but for the majority of part, it is Caucasian folk doing.
Now, are they pixelated? Are they blurred? Or are they blacked out with like a black bar?
No, it's just it depends.
how are they doing
It's mostly a blur. It's mostly a blur.
It's a
In
blur.
the front and the back, and on the women, the two breasts. But the thing is to enjoy them trying to do stuff. Dude, they go for 21 days. Can you imagine going for 21 days? No clothes, no food. You have to fend for your own food and own water. Some of them can't fight to get the food. So it's like, have you ever tried to get food and can't get food? That's defeating. Have you ever got food and then had to kill it and watch somebody have to like, what do they call it? What do you call it? Field dress. When you field dress and you have to gut it and all that, some of them get so emotional. It's like, dude.
yeah, I can
Can't-
do
you
it.
can't-
I mean, I'll do it if I had to, but
I'm
It's all-
assuming that most people who join this have some experience in that area.
Not all the time. It's so crazy when you catch the ones that have no. There was one fan challenge, and I can remember it because the dude now is a legend. He was on with this Asian lady. She might have been Filipino. She didn't really have any skills. She had no skills whatsoever. And he ended up getting so frustrated because he was getting the water, he was getting the firewood, he was going hunting, he was getting the food, he was doing everything. And basically all she did was sit.
Wait, how are they hunting these animals? With what?
Well, generally they get to bring something. The dude generally will bring a machete, or a lady will bring a machete, and they'll bring a pot. And sometimes some people will come with a bow and arrow. Depends on what you bring. If you bring a bow and arrow and you know you're going to be out in Africa and there's game out there that you can hunt for, like deer or antelope or whatever it is out there, elk or whatever, you bring a bow and arrow. So I've seen people kill with bow and arrow and get that. Then sometimes people will set traps. I've seen people set bird traps, fish traps, go fishing. Some will bring what do you call it? A net. You know those nets
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
water. Some will bring line, a fishing line, and they get so many hooks. So it
I'm
depends
just
on
imagining some guy showing up bringing an item and then having something shoved up their ass that they bring up later on, like they got fishing.
no. Okay, you got a good
Okay,
one.
I
Okay,
said something that triggered you. Okay.
there was a dude who actually was smart as smart could be. Dude ate tomatoes like the couple of days before. So what he
And he
did
shit
was
out the seeds and he grew tomatoes.
grew tomatoes, man.
Oh, that's smart.
That's smart.
Grew tomatoes.
Wait.
Midnight
He's
tomatoes.
only there for 21 days. Where the tomatoes?
By this time his tomatoes had grown, it was just like they were just getting ready to bloom. Yeah.
In 21 days?
Yeah, tomatoes grow fast.
I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
Go and find some fruit and shit.
Tomatoes, dude. Tomatoes are the one to do it because the seeds survive the passage through your digestive system.
Okay, well, hold on.
It was kind of funny though, because he just pooped and they started kind of sprouting up. I don't know why, but he kept watering them and kept.
Wait, so do they do they record every? I mean, do they show him pooping?
Nah, they don't show him pooping. Like they'll show him like going toward and like that kind of thing, and they won't show somebody pooping. Now they probably have that video footage, but they don't show us that on television.
Yes, I'm just amazed. See,
Now, I'm sure there's probably some cutouts or bloopers or whatever on the show.
I'm telling you, I mean, like I can totally see a time where something like the Hunger Games becomes a thing.
But I'm telling you, Mr. Beast is the closest thing to it. I've been told y'all he's the Antichrist. Nobody wants to believe me.
Mr. Beast is getting close. You know, a lot of those Japanese game shows do wacky ass challenges that are actually dangerous.
Yes, I forgot about that.
And you know, the West is starting to embrace some of that crap. I don't know if you know about this, like Kiss FM in LA, Kiss FM. I think it's weeknights. It's like 7 p.m. There's some DJ. His entire show is K-pop. So they're playing Korean K-pop music nonstop on American radio now, right? For regular people, it's not like it's a Korean station. It's actually mainstream. Kiss FM has a whole segment dedicated to K-pop, and he brings all these foreign artists and interviews them. Some of them speak not a lick of English. Okay, and we're getting obsessed with foreign culture now. So it's a matter. I mean, like even in the 80s, I remember seeing some Japanese game shows. It's just a matter of time before they bring that format here. And we start seeing people, like I remember one of the Japanese game shows, they do weird things. They brought a bunch of women out, and the women spoke to the contestants. Mm-hmm. And then they had to get behind this thing, and all you saw was their boobs thrust through holes, right? And they had to guess which person it was based on their breasts. And that was on a regular game show. This wasn't some porn channel. This is a regular game show. They were looking at it, and they were poking them. They're touching them like, they're trying to analyze. They're like, giving it a little bump up. Who is this? Right? Trying to figure who the person is.
I hate to be the wrong guy, but do they let Americans get on this show?
What's that?
Do they allow?
They Americans? Do. I'm pretty sure they do. They want the foreign factor. Quentin's ready to go to Japan, dude. No, but that's coming here. I'm telling you that's going to be that kind of weird ass stuff's going to come here.
I'm sure.
Right? Another one I was watching. They were putting. It was some weird challenge where there was like. This is going to be kind of not exactly correct, but imagine like some sort of homemade mousetrap contraption where you get a bunch of fly swatters on a wheel and they kind of turns on. It's like, if you get it wrong, it's smacking your groin.
No. I don't want to go on that show.
The Japanese game shows do crazy stuff like that. So I'm telling you, man, the Mr. Beast, if it ever does happen, Mr. Beast will be the first one to have real Hunger Games.
Mr. Beast.
A bunch of contestants get out there, they don't know what they're in for, and then he tells them, it's the Hunger Games! And the thing in the middle opens up, and there's a bunch of battle axes, and damaging sporting goods.
Gets $1 million. Man, they gonna kill each other. That's crazy.
What are they playing for now on Mr. Beast games? Money?
Man,
a lot of money.
A
lot of money.
Yeah.
But they he had one where they be kind of battling, but it ain't no you know what I'm saying, somebody died. But
actually, so they can bring back American Gladiators. Remember that show?
Yeah.
I think that's still going.
No, it ended a long time ago. It ended a long time ago.
Nah, American Gladiators was something different.
Yeah, but so they had these basically professional athletes up against a bunch of CrossFitters, essentially challenging them in these things, right?
Yeah,
and that was pretty cool. American Gladiators is pretty awesome.
American Gladiators was because that was gonna be my question for y'all. So I watched this YouTube video, right? And it was kind of nostalgic, but it talked about the cartoons from the 80s. And it said that they were way more advanced. They talked about an episode of Transformers where Optimus Prime got killed, and apparently Hasbro had a situation where they had to pull everything because people were crying, and they pulled that episode because the parents complained.
Okay.
And I was like, are we in the era where the parents aren't complaining anymore? It doesn't matter? Or has it always been like that?
I don't know. I mean, well, it's not the case. So back in the 80s, we would all, remember, if you wanted to consume those shows in the 80s, watching TV in the 80s was a communal event.
Right.
And that's the reason why, there's the at work, there's the water cooler talk, because everybody was like Twin Peaks when that came out. Everyone could come together and discuss the most recent episode. Because when you watched an episode of Twin Peaks, you only had one opportunity to watch it. It's gonna air Thursday at 9 p.m. And you're going to watch it at Thursday at 9, because if you missed it, you missed it. There's no rebroadcast. Right? And so Friday morning, everybody's at the water cooler talking about the episode, so think about that. If there were 25 million people who watched an episode of Twin Peaks or whatever it was, they watch it all at the same time. So there used to be watch parties for things. Right. And I remember watching shows with people on the phone. We're watching and I'm on the phone. We're talking about it at the same. So episodes like that, people, it would, if there was controversy like that, it could make news because everyone was seeing it at the same time. But nowadays there's so much content spread out everywhere and everything's on demand. You watch it when you want to watch it.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to watch, right now, there's a thing on HBO where it's called Welcome to Derry, where it's it's like the Pennywise clown. It's a whole different thing about it. And the new episodes air every Sunday.
Yeah.
But you watch them whenever you want because all the episodes are there for you to watch. If you want to wait until it's all over and binge them straight, you can do that. Yeah. If you want to watch Sunday's episode on Thursday, you could do that.
Right.
Consumption of content is a completely different experience now than it used to be.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with why people aren't up in arms about. But at the same time, people can really get up in arms and complain freely in today's society because there's so many ways to complain.
True.
Right. I mean, before, if here's something. Think about how much outrage there had to be for it to make the news before.
Right.
Right. There was a period of time where people didn't understand what Dungeons and Dragons was. It's a role-playing game. It's a fantasy game. Everybody has a character they build, and you go through an adventure, and you fight monsters. Anyway, people thought that it was there was a period in the 70s, I think it was, or really early 80s, where some parent groups thought that it was satanic.
Yeah, that's like the video that I watched today. It talked about that as a case study. They had like 19 case studies where I was like, dang, like this is before my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they had one, like they talked about that, like about like they thought it was occult imagery and they pulled it from television. There was one where I think I remember seeing this. There used to be so they had like what are they called? It was called Tiny Toons, right? I think it was like the kids of like Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig and them.
Yeah.
So there was an episode where they found beer, and they experienced an episode of being drunk.
Yeah, they were drunk. Yeah, I remember that.
Show. And they talked about how that was pulled, and I was like, dang, I remember that for some reason. And
if you watch Tiny Toons, they weren't really made for kids.
I don't think it was either.
There's a lot of cartoons that weren't.
Actually, most cartoons were, yeah, they're supposed to be for kids, but they're adult in nature.
Because you know what, even my mom, because we just had dinner just a second ago, and she was talking about something like, yeah, they're taking some of these cartoons off of the TV. I was like, what cartoons? She said like Family Guy and American Dad, and I was like, those aren't like, you know what I'm saying, kids cartoons.
They're
like,
not.
But the only thing is like, huh?
Yeah, there's not kids cartoons.
But if I was a kid, I would have been watching them. It would have. I think like when I hit like 9, I was able to watch everything. But yeah, pretty much everything. But it was a different.
Which cartoon was it that had? Oh, I want to say it's the Powerpuff Girls. There was a villain there that was
the devil.
Essentially
The dragon.
What was probably Powerpuff Girls.
What was it called? Was it called She?
Was it the monkey?
No, that was Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, Mojo Jojo. Yeah.
The villain in the Powerpuff Girls, I know who you're talking about.
Has like lobster claws for hands.
Yeah, lobster claws.
And it's the devil, right?
It's the devil.
But it's the devil, but the devil's like wearing a ballerina's tutu or something like that. And it had a name though. It was called. What was it? Quinn's looking it up. What was it called?
Him.
Yeah, that's what's called. Him.
His Infernal Majesty.
His Infernal. That's what it means. Mm-hmm. His Infernal Majesty. Okay, that thing was creepy. Yeah, him was pretty creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of these cartoons are not meant for children, and I watch. Just recently, I went through this phase where I binge watched something called The Venture Brothers.
Yeah, that's wild.
I love that cartoon, man. It's definitely not for.
It's not for
kids.
Yeah, like, but it. I don't know, man. It was just something where they was talking about like how. Because I remember everybody had these type of experiences, like waking up Saturday morning, you watch cartoons.
Yeah.
And, you know, it seemed like nobody was around and you was watching just some kind of wild.
Well, cartoon. I think it's like, you know, the people who made cartoons are like the original creatives, right? They're the one that made animations. Like they could create things that you could not easily do live action.
No, you couldn't do a live
action.
Right,
so but you can do it on an animated show. So they got really, really creative, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, they did some really wild stuff. I think a lot of these guys intentionally inserted things that were questionable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, think about this. I mean, how many transgender characters? I mean, the first time I saw anything transgender wasn't a cartoon. It was Bugs Bunny dressing up like a female rabbit.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. The first time you've seen some of this dragoness is this him character.
If you really want to go back to transgender, my first one was it wasn't Flip Wilson, it was dude that Red Fox.
Red Fox was in a dress?
One of them dressed up, I think it was Red Fox.
Was it Red Fox or
show?
Huh? Yeah. On the Sanford and Son?
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah, something. It was those old shows like that, Flip Wilson, Red Fox, those old shows like
No, but
that.
yeah, okay. So, but that's the '70s. You got to realize Bugs Bunny has been in drag since the '40s.
Yeah, he was wearing drag for a minute.
Yeah, so Bugs Bunny was in drag. Who else? I mean, other animated characters that were okay. So Venture Brothers has a character called the Monarch. The Monarch thinks he's the arch nemesis of Dr. Venture, right? The Monarch is a villain dressed like a butterfly. And the crazy part is this. So like, there's the Monarch butterfly. So that's what you think he's supposed to be, is a Monarch butterfly. But he's not. He's dressed like a butterfly, and he calls himself the Monarch because the Monarch is royalty. he didn't realize that there's a Monarch butterfly. Anyway, his hench person, his right hand man, is what was that character called? She's an attractive woman with the voice of a man. Like it has the voice of a man, and it sounds like a smoker. Are you looking her up?
Is it Triana Orphus?
No. Look up Venture Brothers. She's a doctor something. Mrs. Monarch. She ends up marrying the Monarch eventually. She's called Dr. Girlfriend, I think. So she's the Monarch's girlfriend in the beginning, and so her henchman name is Dr. Girlfriend, I think. Are you seeing her?
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up the characters. Hang on.
I'm gonna start going.
But the entire gag the whole time is that everybody thinks that she's a transgender woman. They actually say it. They bring it up in the show.
I'm definitely not gonna call my girlfriend that.
Dude, no, call her Dr. Girlfriend until she figures it out.
You got
She's
a
gonna be
Doc
mad
Hammer.
after she figure it out.
Wait, come on, Quinn, do you find it?
You got a Doc Hammer, and then you got a Lisa Hammer. Is it either one of those?
No, that's not Venture Brothers.
Why is she dressed up like Bridget Macron? That's messed up.
Look, a Venture Brothers animated show, Monarch's wife. Or Monarch's girlfriend.
Venture Brothers. I just typed in Venture Brothers Doctor Girlfriend.
You see her?
Yeah.
She's actually not dressed up as Bridget McCorn. She's dressed up basically as a sexy version of Jackie Onassis, Jackie Kennedy.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can you see it? She's Jackie Kennedy basically.
And she dates the Monarch.
She dates the Monarch, so she's Dr. Girlfriend, and then eventually she becomes Dr. Mrs. Monarch or something like that. He marries her.
Oh, they got married. Oh, okay.
And everybody thinks that she's a dude.
That's messed up. Why do they think that?
Because she sounds like a dude. She's actually she's voiced by a man.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Because she's voiced by a man, and she sounds like this.
That's funny.
She has like a Jersey accent, and she sounds like this. I'm Dr. Girlfriend.
That's hilarious.
Come on, Monarch, what you doing here? Come on, we gotta go. We're gonna be late. That's what she sounds like. She sounds like she's been gargling scotch and smoking cigars.
It's Dr. Girlfriend.
So she's like a really attractively drawn character that sounds like a failed hate comic.
Dang.
And so everybody thinks that she's a dude. Yeah, the show's worth watching. It's weird. It's really weird. It's real trippy. It's not for kids. It's definitively not for kids. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a reveal towards the later seasons about the Monarch. And once you see that, you go back to the old episodes, and it's obvious the entire time. Okay, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. You got to watch it. It's worth watching. It's definitely worth watching. Okay,
That's funny.
But yeah, Dr. Girlfriend is I guess she really is supposed to be a woman, but everybody thinks she's a trans character. There's a whole bunch of that happening in animation. These weird things. Like, of course, you get those Ralph Bakshi things, Fritz the Cat. Yeah, they get some weird ass. Yeah, but anyway, how do we get on animation and trans animation characters?
Because I asked you guys.
Oh
like,
yeah,
how do you guys feel about like work being outraged about things? And I was just like, were you guys outraged for cartoons in the '80s? Because I watched that
well,
documentary.
you know, I think now cartoons are not the same because people
I don't
can't
think they
get
make
away with the
cartoons.
same kind of stuff anymore. I mean, people are so. I think creatives are kind of being stifled in a way.
Man, please! If they was able to make a Lightyear movie where it was two women that had a kid, you
Well,
can pretty much
remember
do
that
anything.
that's not. I guess.
So you're saying to me, because I'm telling you, I watched this I watched this whole thing about cartoons. Right? They talked about a cartoon called Brave Star,
Yeah.
where in Brave Star supposedly there's a character that like started taking a drug called Spin, and the character died in the show. And I'm like, yeah, that is kind of deep for like a message for like, you know what I'm saying, kids on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But you ain't two women just as deep.
Well, so remember that's why there's not going to be outrage anymore, because stuff like that is kind of normalized now, right? So the only people outraged by the two women with a kid are the regular among. I guess it's bad to say, but it's the regular people among us, right? Like, you know, us. Like
Good.
I don't want to take a little kid to watch a movie and have to explain stuff to them, right?
I mean, if I saw that, of course my parents ain't going to explain it to me because I saw without them seeing it. But if my parents saw that, they're going to have to explain. If I saw my son and he saw something like that, me and him going to have the drug talk.
You're going to have to, right? But you didn't
Yeah.
want to, right? That
I
was
want
not.
to, but it's like it's a lot like 6'7". We have to have the 6'7" talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't just run away from it. It is what it is.
Yeah. But I guess nowadays there's not that much controversy because that's being created. I mean,
If you get offended, you're a big.
yeah, that's the thing that you know, the only people getting offended are like conservative people. Remember but times are changing. You know, the entertainment airwaves are no longer being ruled by progressive people anymore. Things are beginning to settle down. So we're going to see less and less of that kind of stuff happening. Okay, until maybe the next election.
Until the next election, we get another Democrat up in here, and we back to, you know what I'm saying. Ooh, it's wild out here, man. I'm gonna start watching TV more.
I mean, imagine having to explain. It's like, Dad, but why are there those two women who are married, and now you're saying, actually, son, one of them is not a woman. He just likes to dress that way.
Yeah, you know, and I got
and then your son's gonna say, and then he's gonna know, oh, that's a transgender person. Then you're gonna say, actually, no, that's not a transgender person. That's a that's a cross dresser, because he's actually a man that likes to dress as a woman but lives as a man. He's still attracted to women, and he's married to an actual woman. He does not identify as a woman. He's a cisgendered man who identifies as a man but enjoys dressing as a woman.
Look, that's way too much, Armand. I'm
Gotta know all
straight
you-
telling my son that's the gateway to becoming a transgender man is cross-dressing. That's how we gonna get down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you start with that, like that's why.
Wait, but is it the gateway to becoming a transgender man? Do you think that's the case?
And I'm gonna end it just like this: don't ever wear your mom's clothes. You keep it pushing. That's how
ever wear your mom's clothes.
I'm telling you, I already have these type of conversations with my son. It's straight off the dome with me. Is this an issue? I already told him, you need to holler at me about it. Just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge you. We gonna get down to the bottom of this. Like I said, we had these conversations.
Oddly enough, in my early 20s, I had a relationship with a woman who actually wanted me to dress in women's clothing.
Yeah.
Not in public, but during relations.
Why?
Because
That was her thing.
Yeah, that was her thing.
That was her thing.
That type of stuff gonna happen. I'll tell my son that too. Don't ever do that.
That was her thing.
You can stand on certain things.
I mean, remember, people have their things. People think just like we said. I mean, like, you know, the realm of dating and sexual and you know and those kind of relationships is the only place where you can have real prejudices that are legitimate, right? You can like certain things and dislike certain things, and it's valid.
Right.
Okay. I mean, like you can't dislike a race of people in general, but you can prefer a specific race of people in that respect, right? And you can not prefer another race in that. I mean, like, I know people that just are not attracted to certain attributes, right? I mean, like, you know, there are some people who will not date people over a certain body mass index.
Right.
Right. That's a nice way of saying they're not into fat chicks or fat dudes. Right.
Yeah.
Some people don't like short people. Some people don't like tall people. Other people want large breasts. Other people want big butts. Other people want long legs. And as we discussed before, some people are into feet. Right. All sorts of weird, but that's the one area where you can have biases and it's okay. Right. You can be a dude who really is into white girls, specifically only white girls, maybe even white girls with real red hair. That might be your thing. And in that area, valid, right? You can't, I mean, like a girl can roll up on you and say, so you're telling me you wouldn't date a super attractive girl because she was Mexican. And you're going to say it's not because she's Mexican. It's because she's not white and redheaded. If she was a white, redheaded Mexican, I'd date her.
I mean, people don't realize, like with dating, I just keep it totally 100 with you. Like, you're really trying to figure out, like, either who you're gonna spend your time with, or like pretty much who you're gonna have sex with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's a Mexican woman and she don't do that for me, like, how are you gonna get mad at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, and I get that from certain people. Like, you're not racist. You just have that's what you like.
Yeah, people like certain things. And here's a really weird one. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous episode. I was reading this article that was crazy. Okay, they interviewed 3 transgender porn stars.
Oh no.
Okay, 3 transgender porn stars of different ages. One of them was in their 40s. One was like 19. Okay, and one was mid 30s. Okay, so they're actually, I think they chose them because of the age splits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they're different generations, and they were asking them the same. They were asking them the question. I don't know if the interview was together or separate.
Right.
But the super young one was weird. I mean, well, they're transgender porn stars, so who knows? I mean, they're kind of weird. But the super young one was like, you know, it's that clueless mentality that a lot of younger people have. They say things that don't make practical sense, right?
Right.
She was saying something like she doesn't want to be a transgender porn star. She believes that transgender women are women and that there shouldn't be a separate category for that. They should be just regular women working in pornography as women. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so she's that's because that's how how some younger people feel, that if trans rights people believe that trans people are whatever they are, right? A trans woman's a woman, full stop. She's not a trans woman, she's a woman. That's how they feel.
No,
right?
That's disrespectful to a woman.
Yeah, but that's how this person feels, right? Now the older one, the 2 older ones, okay, the 2 older ones, I think. Well, at least the oldest one is saying no. That's the 2 older ones are super practical about it, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the reason why they can work in that industry and are stars in that industry and make good money is because they fulfill a certain niche, right? There's people who want to watch transgender porn, right? Specifically, they're not, the people who watch their content are not looking for women. They're looking for transgender women specifically, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you know, if they had to compete in the female arena, they wouldn't get the views, right? They wouldn't, it just doesn't work, right? And they admit that, you know, so the younger, the two, like the younger one and the one in the middle basically did not enjoy being fetishized, being, is that the right word? Fetishized? For being transgender. It's like, it's a fetish. It's like, dude, it's pornography. All of pornography is a fetish. I mean, like,
pornography is a fetish.
People go on there looking for specific things. I mean, like, once again, the foot thing. People are into feet. I mean, some people want to watch content where the women keep their shoes on. There's a I think it's called CFNM. Okay, can you guess what that stands for?
No, what does that stand for?
Clothed female, nude male. All the videos in CFNM are people having sex, but the women keep their clothes on. The guy's totally naked somehow. I don't know how they work that into the plot, right? It's like pizza delivery, and all of a sudden the dude's naked and she's fully clothed. I'm not sure how that works, but that's a fetish. Some people want to see their females having sex fully clothed. Right?
I mean, look, man, it's
every little thing. I mean, like, something floats somebody's boat in some way, right?
Somebody, yeah, that, man.
Okay, so
that's a deep rabbit hole, Armand.
So, like, for a transgender porn star to not want to be considered a transgender porn star,
you're not a porn star. Then
you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's like you're making your money because you're being found because somebody's searching for specifically what you got. Like we talked about the Find Your Lando thing, right? There's something out there for everybody. So if you have the package that fulfills somebody's requirements, you want them to be able to find you. Right? Embrace what you are. You're a transgender porn star, right? But yeah, so that was that young transgender porn star's argument. It's like, dude, did you even join the industry because you wanted to make money in porn? Or are you just here to be like, you know, a social argument? Are you here to argue about social issues? It's like, could you imagine him showing up to the porn convention, protesting, trying to get into the female like, you know, because there's awards, right?
Right.
And can you imagine her protesting, wanting to compete in the female category?
That's wild.
That's basically
what I'm saying. Like, these type of people, I think we need to come up with a word for that type of thinking, right? Something that's not going to offend them, because at the end of the day, you fighting what's real. You trying to bend the rules, and I hate those type of people.
It's a fiction. I mean, they're living in a fiction.
You faking the like you faking the fiction. No, but I'm just saying, like, you have this mindset. Like, it's just like me, where I'm thinking like this. That's like me saying I'm a king, right? I'm a king. I believe it. I'm a king, right? On paper, even if I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I ain't the king of nothing. At the end of the day, I may own something. I may be able to do these things where I live like a king, but I am not a king. I ain't got no crown on my head. I don't have no indentured servants. I don't even have a castle. But I can say I'm a king all I want to. You know what I'm saying? But I was not birthed from royalty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, like, it's like delusional thinking. Like,
that's it. Delusional is the word. It's delusional.
But you don't want to say delusional because they go.
Oh, no, wait a second. Wait. What kind of word? Okay, so what is the use of the term you're trying to figure out? I mean, like,
it needs to be like delusion. Yes, it is delusion. I believe in what you're saying. It is delusion. But what is a word for a delusional person where they won't get offended? Where they'll be like, "Dang, I am."
Well, the thing is, there's no
like it's like if you say I'm dirty, I may be dirty. Like, I need to clean that.
Wait, so you're looking for a way for me to tell you that you're dirty without offending you?
I mean, would you offend somebody? Well, yeah, that would be kind of offensive. Damn. Well, that's a bad. I'm trying to find like a word that's like that, where it's like you'll say it to me, and I'm not gonna get offended because it's like it's the truth.
See, this is what I believe. There are some things that you hear, and unfortunately, I'm proven wrong in many times, in many cases like this.
Right.
There are certain things you hear that you believe will never become a thing. Right? You'll hear it and you'll say, how can anybody ever get behind that? That's ridiculous. Like the idea of there's no such thing as transgender porn stars anymore. They're just females. That to me, that's impossible. Right?
It's impossible.
But I have said that about other things too, and I've been proven wrong.
Like,
they become things.
Oh my God, that made my belly.
You got your word, Raymond. It's
Huh?
called imaginative.
That's an imaginative person. Like you're being very, very imaginative right now. I'm gonna start saying that to people.
I'm used to offending people.
I don't want to offend you. I just want to be. Like I said,
See,
I want to be accurate. I want to be effective.
There are times where I start my sentences. I don't really mean to offend you, but if I say that, something's about to come out of my mouth that a bunch of young people are just going to basically clutch their pearls at, right?
Yeah, I think I'm prepared, Quentin. I think you gave me the right word. I'm gonna say that to a lot of people now. I'm like, you being real imaginative.
Pretty imaginative.
You pretty imaginative right now. You was not no woman. Stop it. Like you just said that there's no transgender porn. They want to be women. Well, did they have the surgery and is doing porn after the surgery?
Oh, now that's the funny
wild.
part. So I don't think that post-operative transgender people are popular in pornography.
I wouldn't want them to be.
I don't think they are.
I don't think.
No,
I don't want you to do porn.
No, but the crazy thing is this: the transgender females in porn are extremely popular. There's a huge category for that. Okay,
because people like there's people who like transgenders.
Yeah, but they gotta have functional male parts.
Well, that's wild.
Okay. So basically, we may have to bleep this one. Here we go, Raymond. I'll throw out the first thing you may have to edit. It's the whole chicks with dicks thing, right? So they brings up the argument: are they chicks with dicks, or are they simply men with tits? Right? But that's also okay. Crazy enough, that's also in the interview. Okay, so this is why it's challenging for a transgender woman to have a successful porn career. It's because they're expected to look tremendously feminine. Okay, so and there's a ton of them that come out of South America.
Right.
There's a ton of Brazilian transgender porn stars. Okay, they got to look tremendously feminine. Okay, so they put a lot of work into looking like women, right? Surgery like galore. Okay. And in clothing, they look like models, is what they mean. Like, they basically look like 5'8" to 6 foot tall women, like runway models, is what they look like, right? But they've got the package, okay? So if you're going to be a transgender woman in porn, you got to keep the package if you want to work.
I got the package.
Yes. Okay, but here's the thing though, because of all the hormones they're taking, transgender women with packages, the packages don't work. Okay, but if you're gonna do this as a living, they gotta work.
I mean, people don't realize that's what you got to do to be a porn star.
Yeah,
like to be a man porn star, that's hard. You got to get it up at soon as the camera comes on, you got to get it up.
Yeah, it's like
even like women, you got to have sex with somebody that you probably don't really like that.
It's like crying on demand, right? But picture this, okay? So now you're a transgender porn star with the package, and you got to look super feminine, but the thing's got to work, and the drugs you're taking to look super feminine are making it not work.
Nah.
That's what. Okay, so that's the reality. Okay, that's the reality of it. Okay, Now, here's what's weird though. So in the article, I gotta find that article for you guys. They're saying that when they have to plan the shoots out, because what they do is they cycle off of certain drugs and they start taking other drugs to make the package work. So like, they're cycling off the hormones to the stifling effect of the hormones on their male parts are easing up, and then they're taking Viagra to make it work. And so they have a window of time in which they're functional.
Right.
So could you just imagine that the whole technical planning of doing these things? It's crazy. So they have I guess medical professionals. Basically,
way too much.
You're going off of this drug at this time, off this drug at that time. You're still gonna look feminine. You gotta pop this stuff. If we shoot this video 2 days later, your jawline's gonna come back.
That's
It's super technical. I mean, like, you never thought that this all has to be thought out.
man. Well, I'm starting to think, man, we do some of the most random stuff for money.
No, and what's crazy is this is like, that whoever watches that kind of porn, that transgender fantasy, it truly is a fantasy. It's not real at all, because that's not. I guess if somebody watches that and wants to find these people in real life, it's not going to be like that. Like, if they find transgender women and they're going to be feminine, they're not going to have working male parts. And so whatever we see, I mean, porn itself is just not real. Like, most people don't look like that. Like, the women don't look like that. Dudes don't. The average guy is not packing that kind of heat, right? So if a woman's only introduction to male genitalia is porn, real life ain't like that, right? If they think that all dudes are gonna have that kind of porn stamina, so I mean, nothing about it is real. The amount of stamina these people have, like the general proportions of the bodies.
Oh yeah.
It's just,
that's not real stamina. That's cut.
It's cut. It's also people do it for a living, right? So
for a living.
Some of these guys have been chosen for their abilities, and so porn itself is not real, right? But transgender porn is absolutely nothing. I mean, like that's almost like vampire movies. It's completely fake, right?
I mean,
because I guess dating in the transgender world is not. I mean, like they're. And also, I mean, this is something to look at. I guess if you really are a transgender female, you want to get the whole thing done, right? Because that thing, if you're still maintaining the male genitalia, it's kind of ruining it for you. Because if you really think you're a woman, you probably want to get rid of that too, right? And so people who do this for a living are keeping that because they need to for work. It's got to be something that's bumming them out in real life. They probably don't want it. They probably look at that thing and it bums. It's like being fat. It's like, you look at your gut and it bums you out every day. Right. So there's got to be extreme, issues with depression for these people. It's like, because they got to keep this thing that reminds them that they used to be a guy. Because of work, right?
Right.
And if they get rid of it, they lose their income. Right. It's crazy. I mean, I never, until I saw that article, I never thought about that before. It's like, they got to cycle off one set of drugs and take another set to be able to work. And then when they go back to their private lives, they have to, how damaging is that to your system? Okay. I guess it's kind of like bodybuilders and steroids. Because they can't be on juice all the time. It's bad for your body, right? So you got to start juicing before competition. I don't know.
It ain't the same.
What's that?
It ain't the same.
Quentin's like insane. Or dropping down to 7% body fat for shows.
Mm-hmm.
and spending like 3/4 of your life at 14. Right. So for the period of time, for a short period of time, you're looking at serious starvation, dehydration to be able to show as a bodybuilder. Not the same,
That's
Quentin?
wild.
No. You're shaking his head. Quentin just ain't having it. Quentin, is this conversation making you uncomfortable? It is making you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I feel the same way, Quentin. Like I said a little while ago, I was like, man, that's a deep rabbit hole. But man, that's wild.
You ever
Like,
look behind the curtain that you didn't want to look behind, and you're like, man, I can't
Armand,
see that.
Armand be looking behind the curtain.
Dude, I lived in Asia, okay? That's the thing. I lived in Asia. Okay.
But okay, I'm gonna stay on the path, but I'm kind of off. You have me watching a whole lot of videos now, right?
Wait, dude, are you watching transgender porn now?
Dude, I have these things coming across my feed that, dude, this guy, and he's always in different countries. Are you man or are you lady boy? Are you man or are you lady boy? And that's like his thing.
Wait,
I'm
he
like,
asks people that?
yes, he goes up to ladies and asks them that. It's usually in Bangkok, it's Thailand, it's a whole bunch of like different places. But I think he's been Brazil too. And it's like he walks up to the ladies and it's like different times of the day. Sometimes it's like in front of the, those bars.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he'll ask, are you man or are you lady boy? And some of them will give him like that smirk and be like, I lady boy.
No.
See, remember, in those countries, there is a segment of the European population that goes there just for that. Mostly Europeans. It's Europeans who are into this stuff. Or it's Americans faking German accents. Yeah, they're into that thing. And they know that that's their moneymaker. See, imagine this, okay? Imagine we're talking about foreign countries, okay? Imagine you're a female in the sex industry, in the sex tourism industry in Thailand or wherever it's going to be, or in Brazil, okay? You're like an average woman trying to compete there, right? Okay, and there's tons of like really hot women that are just getting the attention that you're not getting, right? Okay. For some people, if they, because in some of these poorer countries, it's a way to get out of poverty for some people, right? So I'm pretty sure that some of these lady boys did not necessarily ever plan on going that direction. They were just a poor, feminine-looking guy who decided that it could be a way to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But here's something to realize. When you're in Thailand, okay, and you're in the bar scene, the best looking women are ladyboys.
Oh man, that's bad.
It is. It's true. You got to ask, and they're used to it. Okay, so if you're in the bar scene, you're partying in the bar scene, it is perfectly okay for you to ask that question.
He just gave y'all some game, y'all. You can get offended, but that was some free game right there.
I mean,
I'm glad you told me that, because
totally
if
valid.
I ever end up in Thailand, I'm asking.
Yeah, and here's the rule of thumb. If they are better than a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, you got to ask. And be prepared for pretty much 100% to have been. And the question is, okay, because they'll try to get you in a technicality. Are you now, or have you ever been a biological male?
Dude did do that on.
I think that's. It should always be like that. Why would you get offended because of that?
Yeah, and they don't get offended. Okay, in fact, some of the women. Okay, this is what my experience in those places. Women will be like, if it is a woman, they'll be flattered because, dude, the hottest chicks in the bar are men, and you thought that it's possible that they could be. That's basically you're telling them they're hot.
Now it used to be the other way around, so now it's the opposite. Now I can ask, and they're
but remember, it has to be the right place. You're not going to be asking in like in in like, you know, in society type company. So don't attend an event with a bunch of high society folks and walk around. Excuse me, how are you now? Or have you ever been a biological male? That's not gonna fly.
Wow.
Dude, I had a cousin. I gave that piece of advice to a cousin years and years ago. Okay, years and years ago, I gave that piece of advice to one of my cousins, and he followed it, but he followed it with like regular people. Okay, don't ask regular women in Thailand if they're guys. Okay, you ask girls in bars that question.
Oh wow, he's wow for that. He was going up to the auntie like, "Are you lady boy?"
Yeah,
That's messed up.
like no, not an auntie, but like, you know. Okay, so you do
Somebody's
that.
wife.
You do that in like, you know, a bar environment, like, you know, bar. Like,
Yeah,
that,
where people like that will be to make money.
Yeah, but you don't do that if you're like, you know, you're at some fancy party. So one of your friends is getting married, and here, oh, this is auntie. She's a doctor. Oh, you're really beautiful. Have you ever been a man? No, you don't ask. Like, you know, you don't ever
like
ask.
I invited you to the barbecue, and I introduced you to this girl.
Yes,
and you ask her if she a man. Man, we might jump you.
Don't ask that in polite society. So my cousin's like, my cousin came up to me, dude, I did what you told me to do, and she hit me. I'm like,
yeah, you should have been here.
I'm like, wait a second, wait, where were you when you did this? It's like, no,
fire out you.
I guess my assumption, was okay, because that's where I hang out in these kind of countries. I hang out in the bar environment. I owned a bar, right?
Right.
So my assumption is that any cousin of mine is going to be hanging out in the same places that I'm hanging out.
Yeah.
No.
But he. Oh, I'm glad you said that, Armand, because you gave more context to the free game. Don't just be saying it to the tears. Only when you're in the bar.
In polite society, no. If you're at some networking event where it's like it's a medical conference, don't do that. Okay.
Oh.
If you're at the embassy at a party, don't do that. Right. If your friend's introducing you to a friend and she's a lawyer and don't do that. Right.
No.
So if they're bar flies, you can ask them if they were guys.
Yeah. No. Okay. So you've never been to Thailand, okay? When I say the bar scene, it's that party ass Bangkok bar scene.
I'm in the club.
You're in the club and there's working girls circulating around.
I'm throwing money and she came and hollered at me. I'm like,
it's the kind of club where there's working girls. Okay.
Yep.
That's that. If you're in an environment where there's a bunch of working girls prowling around, yes, you can ask that question. Right.
And if there's do they get offended and be like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah. They'll never get offended. If it's that environment, they will not be offended.
Okay, I'm glad they don't get offended because I mean, like,
because they know that some guys are looking for that and some guys are not.
Yeah, got to protect the brand, man. That can't be happening.
Yeah. So I mean, a guy's asking that question for one of those two reasons. He's either looking for that or he's not.
Right.
Okay. And so they want it, and they know that if that guy is not looking for that, and that's what they are, they got to tell the truth, because there's going to be another guy who comes up to them in another 5 minutes and asks the same question. They are looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And now that's what's crazy is places like Thailand and Brazil. Okay. You got to be real careful because the best looking, so if you go to Brazil, there's a lot of statuesque model type girls running around the clubs and the bars. Right. Mm-hmm. And some of them are girls. So you'll see like the big old 5'10", 6'2", like Giselle Bundchen looking girls, right? They look like they are women. They're big, athletic looking, statuesque women. And there's a bunch of, and they don't call them ladyboys down there. They're called something else. They're called dolls, I think.
Wow. And
they look just like the runway models. Okay. Mm-hmm. And everybody, women and the dolls have had extensive plastic surgery to give themselves bigger butt. I mean, you can't tell who's who. So once again, it's okay to ask.
Mm-hmm.
In any country where there's a serious population of transgender working people, it's okay to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's a business over there. It's practical.
Right.
Okay, they know that there's somebody looking for that kind of action, and other people are not. Okay, but as a rule, don't be out on the streets in countries like that drunk by yourself. General rule, okay? Don't ever. No, can't do it. Because you will get yourself in some serious trouble. Oh, Quentin, I was watching an episode of a show, and I thought of you. See, that line itself is an indicator that something really offensive is coming up, right? Just like when I say, I don't mean to offend, but, right? You ever heard of the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever watched it.
Raymond, have you seen any episodes of that?
I've seen episodes, but I'm not a big fan. I'm sorry. It's not that it's not funny, but I can't pay attention to it.
Okay. So it's something worth, as creators, it's something worth, watch the earlier seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that is so simply made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's an exercise in budget filmmaking is what it is. Okay. And they get real crude with their content. Okay, so they're basically a bunch of sociopaths. Okay, so these 4 sociopaths own a bar together. Okay, so it's Charlie Day, Rob McElhenney, I forgot the other dude's name, and then there's a set of twins. The girl doesn't know. She's not a part owner of the bar, but she's there. She's called Dee. And they're the 4 main characters. They introduce a 5th character in the form of Danny DeVito, who is the father of the twins, right? But one of the characters, Dee is dating a guy that she brings to the bar, and she thinks she's dating him, but in reality he's gay.
Oh wow.
Okay, she thinks she's dating him, but she's his beard, if you know what the term means. Okay, a beard is a gay man who's not out. It's his way of looking straight. He has a girlfriend that basically is his cover. That's what they're called, beards, like a fake beard, make him look manly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the term.
I've never heard that in my life.
You've never heard the term a beard? Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. So if you're a gay dude who has a best female friend, then she thinks that you guys are dating, but you're not yet. She's your beard.
Oh.
Okay, so she's kind of, and so what ends up happening is that he says, "Oh, I'll help you promote. I'm a promoter. I'll help you promote your bar," and the bar starts getting packed. Okay, he's bringing people in, and it's getting popular, and their money's flying. I mean, like the drinks are flying across the bar, money's coming in like mad, and then one day they realize, man, the ratio is kind of off. You know, the male to female ratio. And then they begin to realize that they're all gay.
Dang.
That Patty's is now the most popular gay bar in Philadelphia. And so rather than freaking out about it, so they talk about it. Man, we own a gay bar. Oh, we can't have a gay bar. But look how much money we're making. And they embrace it. Okay, they own a gay bar now. And so they're all trying to get tips from the guys. So one of the characters is, he's not pretending to be gay. He's just not saying he's straight.
Mm.
So he's getting tips from guys that are complimenting him. He's like, "Oh, thank you." Like, you know, he's not telling him he's not gay, but he's not telling him that he is straight. He's riding the whole thing. And so finally they had enough. They're like, "Okay, man, he's really pushing this thing too far. Let's teach him a lesson." So Dee is supposed to bring a couple friends over, her actor friends. They're going to get this guy completely like blackout drunk. And they're going to make it look like he's waking up with a bunch of dudes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's how it's supposed to go. And that's what happens. And then, but Dee reveals that, her friends flaked on her, that she couldn't get them to come. So the blackout drunk and him having a wild night turned out to be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's waking up, and he wakes up this place, and this heavy ass, the big black dude walks out. He slaps him on the ass walking by. And he walks in. He's like we don't own a gay bar anymore. He like, we're going back to being a regular unsuccessful dive bar. And they ask him, what changed your mind? I don't want to talk about it. And that episode made me think of you, Quentin.
What the? What are you thinking about, Quentin, when you think about stuff like that?
I could just see Quentin freaking out. You got to watch that one because that dude is just freaking out about the whole thing.
Oh, I can see Quentin freaking out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
If Quentin woke up in his apartment and like there were 3 naked dudes walking around and then like he's getting slapped on the ass, yep, I can see Quentin freaking out and recoiling at the whole thing. So Quentin,
That's why you don't drink, huh?
what's that?
That's why you don't drink, huh?
See, that's exactly
So
why.
Quentin, there's that warning in certain countries: don't be out drunk by yourself.
And free game, y'all. Quentin just gave it to you. Don't drink.
Water. Carry my own water.
It kills a lot of problems.
Yep.
Kills a lot of problems.
But if you are going to drink with a group of guys, make sure the guys got your back.
Yeah.
Right? I have a lot of weird stories about groups of guys I've seen where they did not have each other's back.
Oh, somebody started getting beat up and everybody ran away?
No. Okay, so there's a Singaporean club that used to meet at the Hard Rock Cafe in Manila.
Yeah.
Actually, Makati. Okay, so they used to come there, and then every now and then there'd be a guy who comes in from Singapore, and we'd all gather. It's a drinking thing. We all had a good time. And I remember being there, and there are a couple of transgender ladies who hang out at the bar at the Hard Rock Cafe, right? Because, everywhere you go, there's somebody looking for that, right? And, and for me, they weren't that convincing. I mean, I could look at them right away and boom, that's a dude, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's an Asian thing, because when like a lot of my American friends would come visit, they can't tell. But I can tell right away. I mean, like, show me any Asian transgender female, and I'll know right away. That's a dude, right?
Yeah.
But some guy was there at the Singaporean club with us. It's when I say Singaporean club, it's a social club. It's not the bar was a club. There's a group of people who are in this Singaporean club, and this guy was there. He was real arrogant, a real dick, right? None of us were really enjoying this guy's company. Okay, he was fresh off the boat from Singapore, just there for business. And we were all getting hammered, that's as usual. Okay, and he starts asking about the girls at the bar that making eyes at him, and we're all giggling. We're like,
That's messed up.
like, yeah, dude, you should go for it, man. I think she has hots for you, And we're just dicking around, We figured that he'd have this crazy negative experience and freak out and run out of the room, and we don't have a laugh about the next day. Okay, so the next day, we see him, and he's looking really smug and full of himself. Okay, I think we're gonna have to edit this next part out.
Man, there's a lot of editing there, man. What's going on?
You have to edit this part out. Okay, so we're talking. It's like, hey, man, how'd it go last night with her? And he said that she was awesome. It was incredible, but she was on her period.
What?
You know where I was going.
She was on her period, so they had to find an alternative way to get to know each other.
That's wild.
And dude, none of us, we just all together, and like nobody went, nobody did that. Okay, I thought about it going, but no, I didn't. We all just said, we're just going to let him believe that. We're going to
let him believe
We're never going to talk about it again. Never going to talk about it again. Yeah. That's, it did not turn out the way we thought. We really thought that we'd be joking about it and giving him hell for it for years. But nope, that's how it went. And, yeah. So Quentin, make sure that that your boys got your back.
I got your phone, so make sure that I send you these pictures that you send them with the yes or no back.
Yeah, got that.
I'm sending you the photos.
What?
I'm sending you the photos of everyone that I run into.
Here we go.
man or is this a lady? You could tell. I can't.
I'm telling you, man. Americans really are. I mean, white Americans and black Americans and even Latino Americans, when it comes to, they can't tell. I don't know why. I mean, to me, it's like instantly obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how gay people can spot gay people. It's referred to as gaydar.
Yep.
Right? I think Asian people as a whole have like transdar. We can tell who's not who's not properly representing.
Yeah, because I just thought to myself, I was like, I don't run into many trans people. And now when I think about it, I do. A lot of it is just, you can tell. Like, I haven't ran into one where I'm like, dang, I couldn't tell.
Okay. So, for the most part, we're getting some really strangely racist areas here. You can totally tell when white people are transgender. I don't know. I don't know if Asian people and like Latin people, if the men are just feminine to begin with looking, some of them. I mean, so when it comes to Asian people, yeah, there are some Asian dudes who you'll never ever think are like, I would make a horrible looking woman. Right? I don't think I could ever dress. Right? Yeah, I don't think I could ever dress as a woman and be convincing. You know, it ain't happening, right? But there are quite a few Asian men who have like feminine features, right?
But they're generally smaller. They're not bigger.
Yeah, they're smaller and like, you know, they've got more I mean, and same thing with other races. But for some reason, I think white dudes, for the most part, just make awful looking women.
Because you're a man. Like, dang. I don't know what to say. Like, you a man. That's why. Yo, I'm not trying to be offensive. I know you're imaginative, but we gotta keep it real. It just is what it is. Like, I'm sorry. I get it. I mean, like, all right. I like when you said it, I can't even think of any white man that I've experienced that was dressed as a woman or trans.
He's crying.
He said it.
It's a man, baby.
Like, yo, people being a real imaginative out here. Like, come on, man, you tripping? Like, I just said, like, I've never seen one that I was like, dang.
Hold on, okay. So this is going to be horrible to research, okay? But I'm going to find you some pictures of transgender women, okay? And we'll have a game. It's like man or not man.
Like, okay, like it's the okay. Which one? It's one that's famous in the black community. I think her name is T.S. Madison.
Wait a second. Are you talking about a transgender person or drag? There's a difference between transgender women and drag queens.
No, it's a transgender person. T.S. Madison, I think, she went through surgery. She got hips and everything.
Can you tell?
Like, now that I think about it, if you look at her,
lady, this looks like a lady, dude. This looks like a lady.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I need to see this. Let's do a share screen. Hold on. Okay, Quentin, it's ready for sharing.
I'm pulling her up big. Hold on.
Pulling her up big.
This conversation has taken a strange turn. Okay, so she's a Vine creator?
T.S. Madison is I'll just say she's big. She's the biggest when it comes to this.
Well, but okay, so this is
I called her her. That's how good it looked. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but okay, so let's how to say it. she's a heavier person,
Okay.
right? She's not some like. She's not some. Okay, I'll advocate. So I mean, yeah, I can be fooled by that.
Got big feet though.
Didn't check the big feet.
Yeah, those are some pretty big feet. But then again, I've met some pretty tall black women with some pretty big feet and hands.
Yeah, I have too.
Okay, so that's not always an indicator. If she was 5'2", maybe. Wait, how tall is she?
You got it on there.
Quentin, put out T.S. Madison height.
There you go. Height and
weight. Let's see height and weight. Height.
6 foot.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
fall.
Yeah. Definitely big feet come in that category.
Big feet, big woman.
Weight.
It says 5'6" over here.
Huh.
Mm.
125, my ass.
Dude,
Oh, now
I'm
you
waiting
lied.
for
Oh wait, that's
Over here
wait,
being
that's
imaginative.
Bailey Madison.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, that's imaginative right there. That's messed
Well,
up.
that's just in her bra, okay?
Right.
Okay, so
Okay,
that
photo,
one's
she look a little bit more like a
that
man.
one's not as that one's not very polished. That's not very refined.
Them other ones were. They might be photo.
Dude, no. That's her early. That's 20. That what year is that? 2002.
22.
3 years
2022.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very refined. That is not very refined at all.
It's the makeup. It's the makeup. This is this is light makeup.
Dude, that her chest looks fake. Like it's an
It looks fake.
like it's an insert. Like she's wearing like a shirt that has boobs on it.
It's not an insert, but even this is like
Go back.
watching this. This is like the boob job really ain't it.
Go to images. Oh, no, not get rid of height. And let's go to images. Let's find one that looks where she looks the most.
Dude, is that her?
No way.
She click it.
I think so. Okay, so you can't trust these, but it might be.
I think I can see the same as the nose. Eyes are the same, but the mouth has changed.
Yeah, the mouth has changed.
Here, click a full body image, so we can get a better look here. Yeah, there's. Okay, so I mean, like this is not a fair example, simply because I've seen a lot of women who look like this, right? You know, once you start getting heavier, it's easier. It's harder to tell. Okay, so Quentin, go back to the search, and let's look up. Just go back to blank search.
Where you want to look up?
No, go back to. I'm trying to remember the names of the people in the article. Shoot. Put down TS. And then what's it called? Foxy. I think that's one of the people. I think it's the older one. Okay. Oh, there's 2 X's. That's the person. So go to images.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. So this person's Latino or Latina or whatever. So this is a different body type. Okay, so whereas T.S. Madison was heavy, this one is not.
You could tell this is a dude around? I can't tell.
Wait, hold on. Is it? I'm not wearing my glasses. Go for something more of a. Okay, hold on. First row. Let's see the most revealing one. Last image before the right. That one, yeah. Click on that.
This is who?
This is the older one from the article.
In some of these photos, she does look like a man, though.
Yeah, see, there's a thing. That's because she's cycling on and off the drugs.
There's
So
a drug?
what's that?
Wait a minute. Hold on. There's a drug that helps them.
Yeah. Okay. So remember, to become more feminine, they take a lot of hormones to be feminine. But when they're working, they've got to stop those hormones and start taking other things to make their male parts work. So there are times when she's going to look totally like a woman, and other times where she's going to look like a very athletic woman. Her muscles get more prominent when she's cycling off the drugs. So, like, okay, for example, Quentin here. I'm gonna ask remote control real quick.
This got dark, Armand. I didn't know they had to go through all that.
I just explained that.
I know you did, but like it hit different when you like see it.
Okay, Quentin, ask remote control. Do you see it? Okay, watch this. Okay, so for example, let's see here. Let's look for something where she's looking like very feminine looking. Okay, so this one's a poster, so she's probably very feminine in this one. Because because this is like a So these things with her signature, these are like these are for photo shoots. So for photo shoots, she's probably gonna look like this. She's probably gonna look really feminine, right? Like that. See. But other times, yeah, she's not, because she's gonna have to make that shit work, right? So like, what's this one? Here we go. Oh, this is a poster for an appearance or something like that.
That one don't look so feminine.
Yeah, it doesn't. There you go. Yeah, but you've seen. I mean, I've seen Latina women who look. Some of them can look kind of, especially the ones who are athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Like she looks like a female volleyball or soccer player, right? How about this one? So there we go. Yeah, she's in her 40s, I think, or something like that. This is the practical one. So she's the one who basically understands that she's in an industry where it behooves her to be identified as, and she's in the article, she also says she does not mind terms like ladyboy.
Shout out to her.
Or
Damn,
tranny.
this is really making my stomach hurt.
Right? She doesn't mind terms like ladyboy or tranny because that's what people are looking for in that industry, right? Whereas the young one is complaining about words like that being used and being offensive, right? Mm-hmm. And this woman, her take
That's
was
a real transgender right there. These other people be fake.
Yeah, her take was we work in an industry where the title of films are like dirty whores, right? I mean, like, it's an industry where the terms they're supposed to be kind of degrading and insulting. So why complain about that? It's like, why try to educate people about using offensive language in porn? Okay, it's porn, right? It's like, yeah, people like females in porn are regularly referred to as whores and sluts. Normally, it's just part of the process, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, come on, man. Look at where you work. There we go. So, I mean, like, so Quentin, would you be able to tell?
No.
Raymond, how about you?
Nah, man.
In this one, no?
No.
Dang, that's messed up. Oh, no. In this one, yes. That one, no. But it's different when we see you up. Like, anybody can do a filter. Anybody can change it in a photo. I got to see you in real life. In real life, that's where it gets. That's where we're gonna see the real from the fake.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
Very.
So this one is from the cover of a. It looks like either a magazine or a video.
Transsensual. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm glad we're using
just not
Quentin's
for me.
computer to do this search and not mine.
Yeah.
Nobody come to get me. Ain't nobody bothered me. This is a movie though. It says directed.
Oh, is it a movie?
Yeah, right underneath, written and directed.
Yeah,
by,
your daughter is going to see your search results and say, "Dad, is something you want to talk to me about?"
Yeah, Armand had me looking up things.
Let me blame it on nothing.
I'm to blame for most things in most people's lives.
I got proof. You know, when you put this up, Raymond, I got proof.
There we go. Dude, no way. Is this the same person? Okay, this is
Yeah.
Is it? Let's see this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's the after. Okay, so check out the tattoo, okay? Here's the before.
Oh, wow.
I think it's the same tattoo.
In this picture, he looked like he wanted to be a woman.
Dude, there's a big difference. Okay, my God, that's a big difference. It's a completely different person.
Yeah, but if you look at some of the ones like the red-haired one, it looks like him like that with makeup.
Wait, is it the same person? Hold on. The tattoos don't look the same. There's no tattoos on that one.
Well, it's covered up, right shoulder.
Maybe.
Left shoulder.
Is that the same tattoo? Remember, and some of these photos could be flipped. Some of these photos could be flipped, so that might be a different shoulder. I don't know.
There's additions to one of them. It looks like
I can't tell.
like it's a cover up or something.
Okay, there's too much freakiness here. Okay, let's. So yeah, so we for sure this is one of those things where
That's a man.
yeah. This one is This is probably a promo shot for a movie. So she's cycling onto the male hormones again.
Woo! You can't trust a BBL and a smile.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I mean, but okay. So if this was quote unquote real life, now let's stop this. Let's stop this evil share session.
Yeah.
If this was if you were probably meeting this person in real life, and they were not in that industry, you probably wouldn't be able to tell that it was ever a dude, because they'd be on the full female hormone thing, and they'd look real feminine all the time. Right? Because they're working in that industry, there's going to be times where, and actually probably there's going to be times where they kind of ride the border. But here's the thing, though. This is my point. That's a Latin person, right? Caitlyn Jenner to me looks like a dude.
Yeah.
Right?
That's like what you were saying. Like most white men look like a guy.
Okay, if we go there, you can't. Well, Bruce Jenner, you can't take Bruce Jenner out of my mind from the Wheaties box and turn him into something else.
Dude, it's been so long since Bruce Jenner has been in. Since I've seen his face, I just can't tell. I mean, but I'm telling you, man, Caitlyn Jenner to me is just Bruce Jenner in drag.
Do you know how many years I sat there and ate Wheaties, man? You can't change and put him with a wig.
And think about this. Bruce Jenner is a guy with significant funds. He can spend all the money in the world to make that transformation. And
I never thought about it like that. Because, I mean, when he was on there, you can tell he had money. But it's like you never knew how much money really Bruce had.
Dude, think about that. I mean, like, to be in that clan, you got to have some serious bucks. I mean, like, there's no way that Like Bruce Jenner had some serious money. And if he didn't, he does now, right? Because I'm sure that that his ex-wife was worth more than him. And when they parted ways, he got some sort of settlement out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Kris Jenner had to give him something, probably. And if she didn't, it's because he had enough money to begin with. Right? If you're getting divorced from Kris Jenner, you're going to get something unless you don't need it. Right? So Bruce Jenner essentially had all the money in the world to throw into that tune-up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's the best he could do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because he was a very masculine dude, or is it because he's white?
Who, Jenner?
Yeah. Where's the failure point there? Is it because he was just so masculine to begin with that you couldn't really make into a convincing woman?
No, it's because he's a man, Armand. Like,
it's because he's a man.
It wasn't supposed to happen, man. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm telling, like, sometimes I wish I was there with some of these people. I wouldn't have let it fly. I'm like, Bruce, for real, dog. Nah, don't do it, Bruce. Look,
this is what gets me though. Okay, so Bruce Jenner became a woman, right? And I don't know about how he is now. When he first became a woman, he was still dating exclusively women. He wasn't a guy who wanted to become a girl to attract guys. He wanted to become a girl to attract women. Well, no, I guess he didn't want to attract anybody with his transformation, but he was a man who was into women who wanted to become a woman. So essentially, he became a lesbian.
Did he ever date men?
Not before, no.
Did he ever? Still to this day?
I don't know. I mean, and like Raymond was saying, like, cross-dressing is the gateway to becoming transgender. Is that what you're asserting, Raymond?
Yeah.
So I think that maybe becoming a transgender woman is the gateway to being with dudes.
You could just be gay. I don't get it.
I know, right? Why take the extra steps? I mean, like, why go through all that?
It's being gay with extra steps.
Well, here's what's really scary. Okay. So this is really confusing. So this is where it gets crazy. I've seen articles written about this. Transgender women don't want to be with gay men.
Wait, what?
Okay, hear me out, okay? They made the jump to being a woman because they're attracted to men as a woman, and they want men. They don't want gay men. They want a guy, like a real guy, who is attracted to women.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the real definition of imaginative.
That is very imaginative. I mean,
that's imaginative,
and that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason that many will get. Okay, I don't want to say many of them. The number of transgender women who try to trick men, I'm going to say it's a small number. Okay, but the ones who are doing that, that's the reason that they give when they're confronted with, why are you tricking men? Why aren't you just telling them what you are? And their whole thing is saying, well, if I tell a guy what I am, okay, the ones I want are not interested in me. Only guys who are interested in me are the gay ones. Right? And so their rationale, because they're being creative in their minds, right? It's imaginative, right? In their minds, there's no difference between them and any other woman. And so guys shouldn't look at them as any different than any other woman. but they do. So to avoid that prejudice happening, they're just not telling them.
But you've led the dude down a delusional path.
Exactly. But they're doing it because they feel that the guy is wrong for his belief that they're different from other women.
You cannot
You
tell
imagine
him
it
he's wrong
right
for
there,
his
player.
belief. You're wrong for your belief by pushing it on him.
Yeah. I mean, but regardless of who's right and who's wrong, that's the recipe for some serious problematic.
But we live in a time where right is wrong. Everything right is wrong.
I'm getting it now. Okay, yeah, that's
like
true.
everything, like man, we can't even agree on illegal. I was gonna bring this up earlier. You know they're boycotting Home Depot
Why?
because they cooperate with ICE. Like
Who's boycotting
world?
Who's boycotting Home Depot?
People who are against ICE. They did a protest where they were going buying all the ICE shovels out the Home Depot.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
To protest ICE, they went to Home Depot and bought all the ice shovels
and returned them. Because you know they got the return policy.
Yeah.
The stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life too. It's like, why are you buying something and returning? I mean, like, it's silly.
But my thing is, I understand you don't like ICE, but those people are like, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Wait, but how many? Here's what's. I think that's kind of dumb though. How many people participated?
Let's find out about the ICE protest.
Okay, now here's what I believe. The majority of people who participated in this quote unquote ICE protest don't shop in Home Depot to begin with.
It looked like a whole bunch of people that didn't. There was one, I don't care. It was a gay guy where he was talking about, the place I used to work at. And I'm like, you look like you used to work at Home Depot, oh boy. But everybody who was saying it was women, people, you know what I'm saying, that probably don't go to Home Depot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, see, because I go to Home Depot, right? You know, because I do construction projects, right? I go to Home Depot. I want to say that among Home Depot customers, I'll probably be among the most progressive of Home Depot customers, right? Mm-hmm. Which basically says that, because I ain't that progressive, okay? The majority of Home Depot customers probably are nicknamed Bubba if they're white, okay?
Yeah.
And that some guys been in Big Jim, you know, that's your basic Home Depot customer, right? Mm-hmm. Your basic Home Depot customer, number one, doesn't really care about what ICE is doing. And number two, would probably hire illegals anyway.
Right.
You know, that's the Home Depot customer. They really, even though they don't protest what ICE is doing, they say, yeah, that's your basic Home Depot customer is going to say, yeah, man, round up them illegals. At the same time, they will hire illegals to save money on their home job. Right.
That's
the
like, what is the freaking problem?
The average Home Depot customer doesn't really care. I mean, like, do whatever. That's the Home Depot customer, right? And when I go to Home Depot, I see people of all being like, but they're all regular people. I don't see a lot of the blue-haired crews going there. When I'm saying blue-haired crews, they're not like old people, but like, you know, like blue-haired progressive types. Okay, Raymond, here's some numbers.
It said there was only 100 people there.
100 people.
It happened in Monrovia.
100 people who probably never been there before in their lives.
Went up there and protested ICE in Monrovia. I wish you would come down to my Home Depot talking about what I'm about to do to these illegal immigrants that they don't pay Home Depot to sit out there. Now, if they was paying Home Depot to sit out there, I'll tell ICE, like, look, man, don't mess with him. But the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take what I'm supposed to not take. I'm not supposed to participate in free policing. You serious right now? In free security detail?
Yeah.
It's always people who don't run businesses too.
See, it was crazy. I mean, like, ICE is enforcing laws that have been there. It's not like they
Right.
created these laws overnight and suddenly there's a
It's
Gestapo
illegal
police force.
immigrants.
Yeah, these are things that have been illegal for a long time that people just overlook. Right? I've seen people get pissed off when they're pulled over for speeding.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's the crazy thing. I drive fast, okay? I'm not sure about you guys, but I drive fast. And I know that I'm driving. I know that I'm breaking the law. Okay? If I get pulled over for speeding, that's my fault, right? Cuz I did it. Okay? I knew that there was a speed limit. I exceeded it. If I get pulled over for it, I'm not going to tell the cop, "Look at everybody else." Right? And I see it all the time. People complaining. I got a ticket, man. Everybody else is doing 85, 90. I'm at 75 miles an hour and I got a ticket. What was the speed limit? 55. Dude, you were over by 20 miles an hour, but there's another guy passing me. It's like, dude, were you speeding? Yes. Do you deserve the ticket? No, everyone's going fast. No, you were speeding. It's like saying like, oh, I shoplifted, but some guy stole more than me. It's like, yeah, I got caught for a pack of gum and I got busted. I saw another guy take an entire magazine, but they didn't catch him. Yeah, because they didn't see him. Right? But, yeah, I mean, these laws have been there. You break them, you expect them to be enforced. And there are times when I wish they would enforce laws, right? Have you ever been driving the freeway and some dude is going in and out of the carpool lane when it's a double yellow? You're supposed to not cross that thing. You know, that's, and the guy crossing over, not only is he crossing a double yellow, but he's got one person in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Right, dude. It's like, come on, man. Or like you go to a store and somebody's parking in a handicapped spot who not only is not handicapped, he's got no sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like, come on, man. It's not my spot, but I was like, you know, I didn't get lazy and park there. Though I know, Raymond, your dad is a handicap aficionado, right?
Yeah, super aficionado. Yeah, and like I've seen it before, and a lot of times he didn't have no handicap placard.
But does he have one though?
He has one now, but before he got one, man, I still remember that we went to a mass one morning, and he pulled up in the handicap spot, and like we got out the car and we walking, and I looked behind us, and it was actually a older handicapped lady.
No,
The stare of death. You know, we went in there, prayed about it, and left. But you know, but
and when you left, she was still with her walker halfway through the parking lot because she had to
right,
park in the
we
back.
Just made it to the door.
man, by the time we sat down, we forgot about that to happen. I just thought it was funny.
Shout out to Big Ray.
Yeah, man. I be saying that to myself because, you know, people always be like, man, your dad ain't no real Catholic. Because, you know, like, I think it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to go through an initiation or something like that to be Catholic.
He just showed up.
Huh? Just showed up.
Just showed up. Okay.
Just showed up. And I'll be like, you know, I think God think he funny. Because I thought that was funny when I saw it.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, like, okay, so what is a real Catholic? I mean, like, you know, you can show up in any church you want to, right? And it all comes down to except for certain religions, there's like real rules, right?
Yeah.
But with Catholics, basically, I mean, I think for the most part, in that area, if you believe, right?
Right.
And God's not gonna knock you for not going through a couple steps, right?
Uh-huh.
If you believe and you live a good life, if you believe in that sort of thing, that should get you to where you want to go afterwards, right? He's not going to say, "Oh, you're not going here because you failed to do this one thing." But there are churches that are like that. I had an ex-girlfriend who was telling me that unless you specifically get baptized in a specific church, your attendance doesn't mean squat. You ain't going to heaven unless you go through the process. And I'm like, man, that sounds too strict. I mean, God never said that.
God didn't say that.
That's like a man's rule.
There was a man's rule. Right? I think like the Catholic religion is like the club of man, and they just use God. You know what I'm saying? For you to stay in the club.
But I mean, so yeah, and so I don't think there's any real rules personally. I mean, of course, there's supposed to be. in order
I'm with you.
in order to take communion in the Catholic Church, you've got to be baptized in it. But come on, man, who's checking? There's no card that says.
There ain't no card.
There ain't no
no,
card. I mean,
no. You know what? Because my auntie passed. I found a baptism certificate.
well, there is that. There is a baptismal certificate. Okay. So I'm a Catholic, right? And so I have a baptismal certificate. I've got a First Communion certificate. I've got my confirmation. You have certificates, but they're just like, because you have to go to school for these things, except the baptism. Baptism is something different.
They give it to you when you get the ceremony done, but as an usher at my church, I don't card anybody for their baptism.
Yeah, nobody's getting carded. It's like, wait a second, sir, are you old enough to, or wait a second, sir, did you attend?
You gotta get baptized before you come to this church. You know that, right?
And I don't card people for communion. Hey, man, let me see your baptismal card before I give you.
You know what? And you know what? We do that too. He do the communion. We walk up to the front and get the crackers and the juice.
Yeah.
We out of there. We don't stay. That's the end of the service for us.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people it is too, because you don't want to fight the traffic afterwards.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for a lot of Catholics, they bail after that because that's pretty much the end of it, and then you don't want to fight the traffic.
That's the main part of the ceremony that you're going to.
And the great majority of Catholics, I don't want to say the great majority. For me, I don't really do church a lot. I go to church when my parents are around. If my wife makes me, I go to church.
Yeah.
But when I was flying solo, when I was out of the house and I was single, I wouldn't go to church except for Easter and Christmas. So you saw me at Easter. So when I was in college, I mean, especially when I was living on my own, when I was out, when I come down to visit my parents, I'll go to, if my parents are around, I'll go to Easter and Christmas. Otherwise, I wouldn't even do that. Right.
Or it's funny you said it, because I think like me and Quentin are probably on the same like kind of level. Like Quentin, like you go to church like every Sunday.
Yeah.
Or you usher. Okay, like I had a point where I went every Sunday. Like Quentin, do you tithe?
I don't tithe actually.
You don't tithe actually?
Because my income right now is not where I can tithe. So
hey, look, like me and the homies had the same conversation, right? I totally agree. Like you shouldn't give what you can, right?
Yeah.
But like at one point in time, I got real heavy into tithing. I don't know why. Like, well, I mean, it was actually before I read the book. But like,
when you say read the book, do you mean the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay, you said the book.
yeah, you got to read the book.
I'm like, wait a second. Is there some other book?
like that's why I be saying like that. Even with my dad, like I don't ever question his faith, but he a person who ain't never read the book. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember before I read the book, I used to tithe. I used to give 10%. I actually had a point where like that's why I really believe in it. Is because one day like I'm at church, and this is like I was like a teenager. It was like right after I graduated high school. Like that's how long I've been tithing. I was like, dang, I'm about to tithe. I'm gonna be broke after this. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put it in there. And like when I left church, like as I'm leaving, right, this lady walked up on me and she was like, oh yeah, I remember you just graduated from high school, huh? I was like, yeah, I graduated from high school. She was like, yeah, I said I was gonna give you some money, and she gave me more money than I put into the collection plate. So that's why
you saw it as you're getting back. You gave.
I saw the reciprocation. Like now that I'm not in church every week, I give somebody something each and every day, and I try to add that up. Like it may not be 10%, but I feel like if I'm giving somebody each and every day, like shoot, I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way of, you know what I'm saying, of the tithe.
Okay.
But I've also had situations where it didn't, like during my trapping phase, like I used to just go and just all the money I had in my pocket, I'll just put it in the collection plate.
Okay.
When one of the ladies told me stop doing that, like she got mad. Like the first day they was like, "Oh man, we got a new member, and he gave us a generous donation." After like 3-4 times of doing that, she was like, "Look, stop doing that.
You're making everybody look bad.
Yeah,
You're making everybody look bad, man."
Hey, but like, again, stupid stuff before I read the book.
Church ladies rolling up on you, like, stop that.
Yeah, but I just felt like if I gave, it was always going to be reciprocated, especially when I was trapping. I felt like every time I went, I started making more and more money.
Telling you, I mean, like there was a brief period where I was attending church on. Okay, so I was going to a Sunday service, and I was attending a Bible study like Quentin does. Okay, a church in Orange for about a few months. Can you guess why?
Some girl.
No, to find some girl. There was no specific girl I was interested in. I just figured I'll attend a Korean church.
Man. Right? Oh, Armand came. Yep.
Small Korean church, you. And I had an ex who was going there, and that was my intro, right? Mm-hmm. So I decided, let's give it.
Wait. You went to the church that your ex went to.
We're friendly.
Find a new girl.
We're friendly. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, like an ex from like a high school ex, right? So like we're friendly. So she was introducing me around, right? And it's an opportunity to meet some other young ladies, right? That was my thing, right? And I walk inside there, and nobody's more popular in a Korean Baptist style church than a self-professed sinner. Mm-hmm. So I walked in there, and I had sinner written all over me. The way I looked, what I did for a living, and I had that glowing endorsement from my ex that I was a troubled person.
Yeah, we
gotta save this. Gotta save him.
Have you ever had to go in front of the church?
What's that?
They never brought you in front of the church?
They never did. They didn't want me. They didn't want me to feel put on the spot, and they wanted to be opening and friendly.
Armand, if you would have came to one of our churches to try to date somebody, you would have made your way up to the front. During the altar call, you probably would have went. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been crazy. Yeah, but it worked out pretty well.
Thank God.
At least for that period
Praise
of time.
God.
And this is a terrible thing, right? So of course, so this is what ends up happening. So I end up going to all the events, and there's a lot of social stuff going on. It's cool. So and we're all young people. So I'm in my early 20s, and this is a young church. There's a lot of young folks there, and I'm meeting people, and and in the process I'm seeing about different girls. And there's this really attractive young lady there that I began to date, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Instead of her bringing me closer to any God, I ended up getting her to drop out of the church. I didn't make her drop out of church. She just naturally stopped going because it's like, shoot, we got to go to church. He's like, we were having so much fun out doing stuff. She's like, we can be late. We can skip this one. It's her idea to skip. I'm not pressuring her to skip these things. And said, next thing you know, we haven't been there in months.
Sunday is a fun day.
I remember one time we were supposed to come back for something, whether it's a Bible study or whatever. We had taken a drive up the coast. We had gone camping and stuff. And I'm like, okay, we can still make it back. And she's like, oh man, but then we're gonna have to skip on this. It was her idea not to go, so So rather than her being that positive influence on me, the sinner, my wicked ways ended up rubbing off on her.
She was low key a sinner anyhow.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I tell people. I don't make people do anything that they don't want to do. See, as a salesperson, as a consultant, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it, right? Nothing that I can't convince a person to do something that wasn't in them, right? That's the whole thing as a salesperson. And I used to be real proud of the fact that as a salesperson, selling bigger accounts, that I could make people do things that I never said that they don't want to do or that they wouldn't do, but I can talk a person I can make somebody do something that they initially did not want to do and make them think that it was their idea to do it. That was my previous claim to fame as a salesperson. Not only are you going to do it, you're going to think it's your idea. Right. And that's because they would have done it. They could have done it. The only way to make a person do something like that is if that idea was feasible for them to do in the first place.
And you made it feasible. She couldn't date nobody in the church because they'll be like, "Oh, let's go to church on Sunday." Dating somebody who don't come there, that's your out.
It was bad, because so I had a friend who was also attending it with me, but his intentions of going there, he wanted to meet some girls, but he had his intentions were more long-lasting than mine, let's say. He really wanted to attend a church,
right?
And he wanted to meet a good church girl,
right?
And unfortunately, the girl that I ended up absconding with was the one he was interested in. And
absconding is a hell of a word right there.
And what made it really terrible is this. So he was my good friend.
Yeah.
And I had I was keeping my options open. So I was at the same. So when I said that my line of work kind of, because I was in finance, right? I was in mortgage finance, right? And so, financial job is not exactly churchy.
Right.
Right. And I was actually going out with a loan rep. So a loan representative for one of the lenders. So I think I've explained to you guys before, like in the 80s and the early 90s, you didn't see any crowd of people more attractive than people involved in real estate. So all the loan reps from the banks are super hot or super good looking, right?
Yep. Trying to get you by
all the title reps, all the escrow reps, all the actual mortgage company. I mean, like everyone's good looking and well dressed. Okay, you couldn't spot a better looking crowd than this, right? And so there was a girl who was working for one of the wholesale banks, and she's Chinese and she's really attractive. She's from Florida. Okay, I ain't gonna say her name. Okay, but she was a little bit older than me. Okay, tiny bit. And so the funny part is this: I never really thought that we were. I just thought that that we had just a regular broker wholesale rep relationship. But get this, so like I knew where she lived. Not only did I know where she lived, I've been to her place. Okay, we've gone out to dinners and movies together. Right, and so it was pointed out to me by my friend, dude, you're dating her.
Right.
Okay, I didn't even really realize that. Okay,
it wasn't your girlfriend, but you was dating her.
Yeah, I'm like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And so I was dating her at the same time that I was dating this girl from the church, and another girl. And see, back then I like dating. See, I just love going out with girls. Back then, that's just my thing. I just love dating, right? And I was oblivious to that. I just didn't realize that I wasn't so in tune with what my partner may want, right? I remember, because even when I started, when I actually started going out with a girl from the church, right? It's an official thing. I was still seeing the other girl. But I was just thinking, we're just going to the movies. Just going to dinner. But then when you think about it, and somebody pointed out, how many other brokers do you think she's going to places with like that? And it turns out 0 of them.
Right.
And I remember I had to drop by her house. I had to drop by her apartment. She lived in San Gabriel Valley. I had to drop by there to get something from her. She called me up. She wanted me to, I forget what, I had to drop by there for some reason. And I went there with my girlfriend. Right?
Please tell me you didn't.
I did. And I introduced them. And because I did. And then as I was leaving, my girlfriend goes, she goes, that girl likes you, right? I'm like, what do you mean likes me? she was like really pissed. She's like, so I'm not gonna say the name, but so that is blank? I'm like, yeah. It's like, she likes you, right? I'm like, what do you mean she likes me? No, I mean, She just the loan rep. I'm sure she's like, have the same kind of working relationship with a ton of other mortgage brokers. Not just
What do you call it when one can spot the other?
What the gaydar thing?
Yeah.
I was clueless then. I was completely clueless when that scenario. I was like, whoa.
No.
And I'm sure my friend did not appreciate that, that not only was I took the young lady that he was also angling towards. It's like, come on, man. It's like, you got one here. You got one. Why are you doing that? Why do you have
You can't have them all, Armand. You can't have them all.
It's like Pokemon. Got to catch them all, right?
You gotta catch them all.
But I remember, so I remember specifically there's at least 2 specific movies I can remember going out with a loan rep to see. Okay, so one of them was My Father the Hero. Okay, it's a Gerard Depardieu movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, that was a creepy ass. It's one of the weirdest movies you'll ever see. It's a French movie. So the French people, their idea of what forms a good plot is weird, right? So you know who Gerard Depardieu is, the actor? He's a very famous French actor right now. He's having his own Me Too moment. So Gerard Depardieu in the movie, he's in it as a divorced dad with a teenage daughter, and he takes her on either he takes her on this vacation or she shows up, complaining about her mother, and he's in I don't know if he's in Barbados, he's in some tropical spot, and his daughter's trying to catch the eye of some guy who works there or something like that. And she's telling everybody that that's not her father. That's her lover.
Dang.
That's what the girl's telling everybody. And it's her dad. He does not know that she's saying that. So she's trying to seem more mature by claiming that that's her older lover. Now, these are French people. But still, she's got to be like 16. And Depardieu's got to be in his 40s or late 40s by then. And so there's one scene in the movie where everybody at the table thinks that, and so he's claiming that it's his daughter, and she's claiming it's her. So everybody thinks that they're lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they ask him to sing a song. For some reason, they ask him to sing a song, and he gets on the piano and starts playing, and he's like, he wants to sing. And I think the song is something like, I Love Little Girls.
What? Don't be loving little
If
girls.
you can find that scene from that movie, it's one of those things where you're in the theater watching it and you are dying inside. You're cringing. It's like, oh my God.
These people is imaginative.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it.
Okay, so that was one movie I saw with her. Okay, the other one that I saw with her was a film starring David Spade and the woman was actually voted to be another. Dude, we're seeing a lot of French movies here. Another French lady who's supposed one of the most. She was voted as one year she was the most beautiful woman in the world, and she's in the movie with David Spade. It's weird. So we actually watch a lot of rom-coms. Is what we would.
Lost and Found.
Lost and Found. Is that it? Who's the girl?
Sophie
Marceau. Yep, that's the one. So what year is that?
1999.
Really? Couldn't be. Maybe I'm thinking somebody else. Well, what year was My Father the Hero? About 93, maybe? 92?
My Father the Hero says 1994.
There we go. That's about the time period then. Yeah, that definitely I saw that with her. But yeah, if you can find that one scene, it's crazy. French people are weird. French people don't really make a big deal out of those things that Americans would find offensive.
I mean, so I think we've talked about this before. So the French president, how they claim that
his wife is a man.
So a video came today because apparently Candace Owens, because she's the biggest one.
Yeah, she's really been on that, right?
Yeah, she said that she's been receiving death threats and like she might be assassinated. Where I'm like, if the president of France married a trans man, right? I think it like because you're like French people like weird things, right? That might not be offensive over there. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have. It probably would have been a bold statement. Of course, certain countries will look at you as weak, but
See, I don't.
That embodies France, though.
Yeah, French people do some weird. But here's the thing about that situation. I'm not sure why Candace Owens is pushing that so hard. I mean, okay, let's look at the facts behind that. The whole trans man thing is outrageous.
Right.
But the reality of their relationship is even more outrageous.
Right.
Okay.
Very outrageous.
I mean, the age difference is big.
Big age difference, and she knew him when he was a kid.
She was his teacher. He was like early high. I mean, like he was a kid.
Big kid. Exactly.
She has children, either his age or older.
Right.
Okay. Now, this is why I think Candace Owens is barking up the wrong tree. Because she was living as a woman all those years ago, and she has kids. Dude, do you know how difficult? I mean, like, it was not a popular thing back then to do.
Right.
And for her to be that young and be transgender and adopt kids is a near impossibility at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So she does have kids. Okay? And so someone could say, "Oh, they're adopted," right? But that was not a possibility in the 70s. You could not be a transgender person and adopt children. It just wasn't going to work.
Okay.
So she has what? Quentin, you seeing how many kids she have? I think she has at least.
I found a picture where they say that this dude is supposed to be her. That's why I was
like Candace Owens. Like because I think that was probably like one of the last like series where I was really paying attention to Candace Owens. She had like because I'd watch another video on her where they was like she don't usually back up her claims. She actually does back up her claims.
Back up with what?
She had photos of the original, like the family, right? The original family photos. Apparently, the little girl it's like a little girl in the photo, right? The little girl died, and her claim is that the little boy took the name of the little girl because it's like she has the death records and stuff like that.
So she's claiming that the little girl who died is okay. So like these are little kids, and this is supposed to be Brigitte Macron when she was a child.
His name, she's saying that his name is Jean-Michel Trogneau. And Jean Michel had a younger sister that passed away.
And he took her identity.
Her claim is that Jean Michel took that name.
So her claim is that that Brigitte Macron has been living as a woman since childhood.
Not since childhood. She had a transition, like you said, like in the 70s. She had a transition and then became a teacher because she also has photos of what she claims to be when she had Adam's apple surgery to get rid of the Adam's apple.
Okay.
Because there are pictures with her with a scarf over her neck.
Okay.
So from the videos that I watch where people are of course slandering Candace Owens, right? They're all like, she does this. It's the truth. She will present a fact, or I ain't gonna say she's like the queen of alternative facts.
Okay.
She's gonna produce this fact, right, and make you think about it, right? But she doesn't really get down to really proving things.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because it's like, with that, okay, the French president's wife is not about to just listen to this American blogger and go and do a DNA test. You know what I'm saying? And if she does, it's going to have to go in court and you're going to have to deal with lawyers. And Candace Owens already, I think she was sent like either a cease and desist or something where they have to go to court. And then she start asking her fans for money. Where it's like, girl, you got the money. You don't. If you stood on that claim, still don't stand on that claim. I also can't knock her business because it's like, well, somebody probably would give me the money to help me go fight this case.
I mean, so do you think it's a money grab, or is why is she dying on that hill? I mean, like, why does she wanna?
It's like Candace Owens is an enigma. I don't know why this lady is here. A lot of times, like, I feel like, now that I look at her kind of like as an agent of chaos, she just like Nick Fuentes, Andrew Tate. She has a very relationship with them. Like her, you know what I'm saying? Like they all the same. You know what I'm saying? They're here to produce points to where, you know what I'm saying, either to sway your opinion or, you know what I'm saying, help you form a certain opinion. Like, she does have certain things where she stands on that's right. Like, she will have this conversation that we had about all these trans people.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? She had one where she brought Ray J of all people, to be on Candace Owens with a transgender woman, because I think he was doing a reality show with transgender women, something like that. And
Ray J was doing a reality show with transgender women.
Yes.
Hey, but to answer your question, Armand, she's got 3 kids. One son, 2 daughters, and the daughters look just like her.
Brigitte Macron?
Yeah.
I see. My take is this. I mean, like, it just seems improbable for somebody that old and having lived as a woman that long, with kids that age. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, why? Okay, so somebody will say, but why does she look like an old transgender woman? It's because she's an old white lady.
She didn't age well.
She is who just did not age well. I mean, it depends on your what you like, but yeah, she just didn't. It's like, come on, man. It's not because she's transgender. It's just she's. What was that, Raymond?
Come on, guy.
Come on, guy. Come on, guy. Relax.
Why? Relax. Why are you talking about this?
Dude, I talked to my wife. And then she's like, oh, he's doing the South Park Trump again. Right? Oh, come on, guy. Relax. But no, really, I mean, like, I just think that she's doing this, that Candace Owens is doing this just for the ongoing controversy of it. It's like the agent of chaos thing. You're going to latch on to something that's completely bullshit and just roll with it. You don't have to prove anything. All you got to do is keep throwing accusations, right? Kind of like Donald Trump was the champion of the Obama is not American thing. Remember that?
He just had, he showed the Presidential Hall of Fame and called him Barack Hussein Obama. I was like, yo, Trump, you tripping right now.
Wait. Isn't that his middle name?
That's not Barack's real name.
Look it up.
It's something.
If it is, I'm not.
It is
something close to that.
Dude, it's something close.
It is close to that.
Yeah, it's something like that. Because Barack Obama's father is from, where is he from?
Jesus Christ, his name is Hussein. The second. Wow.
Yeah, it's his dad's name.
I didn't know that. I was like, Trump, you tripping. I thought that was like
a dig? Some sort of...
No, because like, I always heard people say that, but it was only on cartoons.
That's his name. That's his actual name, Barack Hussein Obama.
I didn't know that. Oh my God. So Trump was just up there telling the truth.
Yeah. It's his name. It's Barack Hussein Obama.
That's hilarious.
And so Donald Trump and frickin' what's her name are the same. I mean, for years,
that's his name.
for years, he was up there saying he's not an American. Show us the birth certificate. He was the birther. Remember they call him the birth. Yeah. He was the birth certificate guy. He kept saying, "Show us the birth certificate. Show us the birth certificate. Show us the birth." And he gets constantly at him about it, right? And it's total BS. The dude's born in Hawaii, I think. Right?
I believe that.
Yeah, I didn't look, man.
The his father's not an American. It's true. His father is not an American. His father is, I think he was here for a brief time. He went back. I mean, he didn't grow with, he didn't have his father in his life.
Barack Obama was an anchor baby.
Yeah, no, but he didn't have his father. His father left. His father was not in his life at all. Right? Oh. His father basically was there for a brief time and he bailed. He rolled back to, where's he from, Quentin?
Oh, his dad? Let me look.
He's from it's
Barack is from Honolulu.
and his mother's a white lady, right? And so that's, but yeah. So Trump was pointing out all these things. His dad's a foreigner. Is he really born in America? He wasn't. I mean, is Hawaii even part of America? It's just all BS. It's just all noise to create content.
Shout out to Trump, because you know what?
See, this is when Trump was still on Twitter. Remember, he was on Twitter going crazy. He was huge on Twitter for the longest time, and then Twitter banned his ass, right?
Man, Armand, I think it's safe to say, because they're not going to let me say the greatest president, but he's the most famous president we've ever experienced.
He's made the news more times than any other president.
Any other president ever in life. He's had people protest him. He might be the most famous person on the planet.
And I'm going to say he's probably the single most polarizing president of all time.
Man, like honestly, and you know what? Because that's why I was like kind of going crazy over the Khashoggi Piggy situation. Because I'm like, people gotta like just stop saying that he's off. Because I remember like my family was talking about Trump, and they was like, "Oh, he off," you know what I'm saying? Because they had brought up the Piggy thing, right? If Trump called that person Piggy, just for you won't hear Khashoggi, I think that's freaking genius.
Yeah.
I think that was so genius. He said something like that, so outlandish, because he knows that you're going to forget that this reporter asked him about Khashoggi, and the man actually answered the questions. Because it's like, you killed an American citizen right there. We go to war for less.
Dude, did I bring up the South Park East Wing thing last week?
East Wing was I don't know.
This is the brilliance. This is the brilliance of Trump's style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the most case? So the most recent what's it called? The most recent controversy is the prince of the crown prince of Saudi Arabia coming here and Trump doing that thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's of course you got his stimulus check claims, right?
Right.
Okay, so what Trump has dominated news cycles constantly, right? He's constantly dominating news cycles, and I've said this before that he creates new controversy to make people forget about old controversy.
Yeah, because like that made you forget about the Epstein files for a second.
Well, actually now he's out there pushing for the Epstein files. So,
because he redid them. He re-edited them.
But what's crazy is this: what have we forgotten about as a country?
What?
And I'm sure. I mean, I just pointed out
the tariffs,
the $300 million ballroom.
Yeah, we forgot that he just tore down the East Wing.
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to tell us we forgot about Ukraine.
And what's crazy is this, right? The reason why I remembered the East Wing is because I've been rewatching old South Park episodes. And remember, South Park is produced the week before it's aired. That's why the content of it is so current, right? There was an entire episode about tearing down the East Wing. I'm watching it, and I'm like, holy crap, I forgot that even happened.
You're going to make me go pay for Showtime.
I forgot. HBO. I'm sorry, Prime. It's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Because Paramount is part of Amazon.
Okay, so I can watch it.
If you subscribe to Amazon Prime, I think you get Paramount. I think.
Okay, I got to see.
Because Paramount is who bought.
It was on Paramount. We had Paramount Plus, but we got rid of Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay. That's where it's at.
But you got Paramount Plus?
I got Paramount Plus because I'm on. It's part of my package with Amazon. But that's the crazy part. It's like, holy crap! I forgot he tore that down. It's completely left my mind that was a controversy.
Yeah.
Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares
because
they only bring it up. They only bring it up when like if you say something about like because you say Trump, somebody might get mad, right? Like it's like casting out a demon, just like Trump, and all just comes out. Like if you say something like Trump, they're gonna be like, and he building a ballroom and this and that, and he took our food stamps and shut the government down. Like, stamps. Man, it's been like.
That's the brilliance. There's so much stuff going on with him that you have a hard time keeping up, and you forget the outrage of last week.
But you know what? Like, because this was my take on it, right? With the whole Trump presidency, right? Because we already had a Trump presidency, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Politics was way more interesting when Trump was the president.
It is. I mean, like,
huh?
people care about politics now that never cared before. They don't
never care. You go out and vote now.
Yeah.
Because of Trump.
And
you know
I mean, and people are out there caring both ways. I mean, there's a bunch of Democrats who didn't care who now care. There's a bunch of Republicans who didn't care that now. It's crazy. And then there's other people who watch it just for the entertainment value.
Right.
I mean, I personally like to think of it as entertainment value because I find politics to be tremendously entertaining now.
Right.
Right. So we get a whole bunch of crazy people. Oh, did you see that? Mom Donnie met with Trump in the Oval Office.
Yeah, and wasn't doing all that song and dance that he was talking about. Where was all that energy when he was on the stage? It wasn't there with Trump that day. That's what I be saying. Some of these people just be talking crazy, but if you have to pull up on me, you're gonna be just like Man Donnie.
Yep.
Standing up while I'm sitting down. Answering questions. What did you say about me last week? That's exactly what they did to me.
Because it's an intimidating place to be, the Oval Office. It's intimidating. It's like home court advantage.
Man,
right?
Like, think about it. This is we've never seen this. Trump had people come to the Oval Office and he pressed them. he pressed Zelensky. He pressed the president of Nigeria. Like, low key. If he felt some way about Khashoggi, he would have pressed the dude from the UAE.
Did the president of Nigeria ask him for money?
Probably. Everybody gets some money when you come into Trump. You only come in there because you're going to get money. That's why McDonald's went. Like, come on, man. How are you really going to fund all that? Like, they had one thing where they asked them, all right, the taxpayers are being taxed close to 50%. That's outrageous. 50%? You taking 50% of my money just to live in the city? And he was like, I want 52%. That's crazy.
Wait, Mom Don. Yeah, that's New York is a crazy place to live. I mean, I don't understand.
He said the millionaires can afford it. That's not why I became a millionaire.
I know, right?
A millionaire to get 50% of my money took in.
See, someone was pointing this out. The whole tax the rich thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the concept of taxing the rich. In the end, you're not taxing the rich. You're taxing the middle class.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the reality of the rich, right? When you want to tax the really, really rich, the really, really rich don't pay that much in taxes to begin with because not a lot of what they show you is taxable.
Right.
Right. How are you going to tax? Okay, so I'm going off of things that I've read. So forgive me if some of this stuff is wrong. Okay, but according to something I saw, Zuckerberg only receives $1 in compensation for his position in the company.
Everything else is in stock.
Yes. He gets paid in stock.
And the stock pays for his house, the stock, and he just sell a little bit of stock and it's bought for the house.
No, he doesn't sell anything. Remember, they don't sell it.
Leverages.
What's that?
Leverages it somehow.
Yes, they loan against it.
Oh, so you get a loan.
So what happens is that when you I mean, he's one of the richest guys in the world, right?
Right.
And he doesn't really collect much of a salary.
Uh-huh.
He collects. They basically give him. I don't know if they give him stock or stock options. Okay.
Yeah. What does he receive? Like a dividend, or you're saying it's like how's the leverage?
Well, okay. So leveraging technically, basically he takes loans against it. He uses his stock, which is his property, as collateral at private banks to get loans. So let's say you have $100 billion in stock in a company as steady as Facebook.
Yeah.
Right. Or Meta. And you say, okay, I want to take out of my $100 billion, I want to put $1 billion of stock as collateral, and I want to borrow, what did I say? 100? Did I say 10 billion? I want to take 1 billion. I want to take 1 billion of my stock and use it as collateral to borrow $600 million.
But what repays the loan?
He does. Okay, because remember this: if he sold, so when he pays that loan back, right? So he gets $600 billion, right? That he can use, and he's going to use it to do something to make money with it, probably. Or he can just spend that or burn it. Who cares, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
but he has to pay it back, right?
Right.
The interest on it is probably going to be like a mortgage.
Right.
Right. If he sold $600 million of stock, he paid 20% on that minimum. The interest he pays on the loan is far, far less than the tax that he'd have to pay if he sold it. Okay, it's better to pay interest than to pay tax. The interest will always be less than the tax.
I think that's what we got to add to the final level of what we doing with Digenet.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's like final level shit.
That's how I look at things, right? You know, like in the case of this property, gonna cash out refi on it and use the cash to make money with it. I'll pay interest on the cash out, and I'll be able to invest it to make greater levels of money than the interest I'm being paid for it.
Right.
Right. That's the whole plan of it all. Right. My companies acquire the things that I own, and I don't pay myself for my companies, but they acquire the things that I use. I don't own any of it. I have use of it all. Right. And I minimize what I receive as payment. Right. So I can avoid taxation.
Makes sense.
Right. So, I mean, there's all sorts of, and talking about different levels, I'm doing that experiment now, buying Section 8 rental properties. And we'll see how my experience goes with the first one, utilizing commercial financing, because I don't want that appearing in my personal credit.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's also going to be held under one of my LLCs. So that I don't have exposure to the liability that could happen from owning a rental. Okay. So there's a lot of little things we're tinkering with right now. We're about to launch my first course with a partner, which I mean, I haven't talked about it publicly, but so I'm not going to say, you guys know who it is, but we're not going to talk about who my partner is. But I'm about to launch that first course. I'm going to launch it and start tweaking it, right?
Right.
And get this. So I know that I'm helping both you guys with courses, and I talked to you separately about it. But I just one of my companies applied and received the American Express Gold Business Card, which is going to be the preferred card for our advertising.
Yeah.
Because that card earns 6 times points for every dollar spent on advertising specifically. So when you run ad campaigns through Facebook and you spend using that card, if I ran $15,000 a month on that, in 10 months I would have run 150. And you're only running $15,000 a month if your ad campaigns are proving successful. Okay. And here's what's crazy. Imagine this. Okay. Imagine this. Imagine if you run an ad campaign that pretty much just breaks even. If you ran $15,000, you get $15,000 back. That's it.
Right.
Okay. You think that's not really that good of an idea, right? You're breaking dead even, right? But picture this. Picture you run $15,000 for 10 months. Okay. Or even you run, let's say you run $500 a day. Because this is an example that I saw the numbers for. You run $500 a day, which is $182,000 within the year, right? The card caps you at 150 for the 6x, right? Everything beyond that is like 2x points for every dollar spent. The calculation on that spend for $182,000, the cash back that Amex will give you, is between $9,000 to $12,000. So if you ran ads that just broke even $500 a day, you basically churn the money. You spend $500, and it earns back 500. You put it back into the card. You
Right.
pay zero interest because you never leave a balance running.
Right.
Okay, and you get somewhere. Let's call it 10,005. At the end of that period, you get 10,005 cash back from American Express. You made 10,500 for just spending the money and putting it back.
Right.
That sounds like a good idea to me. You know?
Yeah, I get it. Like it sounds like a good idea to me.
And if that was the case, you know what I'd do? If I was finding that to be the case, I would open up 12 of those things. I spend $150 on each card every month. So I can make $120,000 in cash back.
Oh, and don't even spend any of the money.
Yeah. Well, you're spending and putting it back. Right. So for the first month, I'd spend $150 because we cap at $150. Anything beyond $150, you don't get 6 times on anymore.
Dang, that'd be crazy. I never thought about it, like living off the cash back of your card.
Think about it. January, spend $150 in ads, get $150 back.
Right.
Card breaks dead even. And you're going to get 6 times points on $150, redeem it. You probably get about $8,000. $9,000 from that month of spend. The next month, use a different American Express Gold because they limit you to $150 6 times every year, right?
Right.
So that card's done for the year. You made $9,000 on that card. You have the second card, and I have enough companies to do this, right?
Right.
Second card for February, spend $150 again, receive $150 back in revenue, break even.
Right.
Okay. Make another $9,000 from that card in rewards. Next month, different card again. So my different companies, I'm applying for, spend $150 again. Dude, you can make $120,000 about in the year just from Amex rewards on 12 cards. Can I get 12 cards? Hell yeah, because I got more companies than that.
Oh, okay.
And they're all credit worthy. Right? So basically,
you can do it with each course that you drop.
What's that?
Do it with each course you drop.
Yeah, but if you really just want to make money churning the card, you can just sell one course. Find one product that you can break even. But remember, the goal is not to break even. The goal is to make money with it. But when you start tweaking,
the more ad spend you spend, the more money you gonna make.
But remember, the thing is, you got to tweak it because if your campaign is breaking even, for every dollar you spent, you collect $1. That's breaking even,
right?
Spinning your wheels unless you're getting rewards, right?
Right.
You're of course going to keep tweaking it, see, because the proof is there. Spending is bringing something in. The dollar spend gets you $1 sold, right? Doesn't make you any money, but it's proof that people will buy it because of the ads. And because it's breaking even 1-to-1, that just means that your campaign's not good enough. You have to improve the campaign a little bit. You got to improve either who you're targeting for the initial click, or you got to improve who you're targeting for the final click, which is the sale. Right? Either you're getting a whole ton of initial clicks and not too many sales, okay, which means you have to refine it. Somewhere along the line, you got to tweak your campaign. It can always be made better. Okay. Or maybe you got to tweak your message. It's either your targeting or your message. Okay. You can improve the message to improve conversion ratios. Right. So, but if you can break dead even, you can make that profitable eventually. Okay. But if you're doing the Amex thing, breaking dead even makes you already profitable. So break dead even, spend $150,000 the first month, break dead even, profit 9,000 something bucks in that month alone in rewards. Get to month 2. That card is tapped out for the year because they're not going to give you 6 times points anymore because you already hit 150. Come to the next card.
And like just go $150, $150,000 on each card.
Yes, because that's where they cap you. You can keep using it, but you're back down to 2 times points, not 6. Once you pass 150, that card's points, you're only going to get 2 times on your ad spend anymore.
So like you said, 150 a month or a year? For
the year.
So
the reason why, if your ad campaign proves resilient, if you can keep scaling up and you're 1-to-1, $1 spent, $1 earned, break even. If you can take that all the way to $150,000 in a month, do it. Because Remember, that card allows you to spend, they'll pay you 6 times points on the first 150,000 you spend.
Right.
Anything beyond that is only going to be 2 times points. So it drops down, right? So if you're going to keep spending on ads every month, don't use that. That card's done for the year because you already reached 150. Anything else you spend, you're only getting 2 times points. If you have a second Amex card, a second Amex Business Gold, use that one. Get 150 spent on that. Get the same points again. And if you have a third, do that. And it's definitely possible to have 12 of these. Okay, definitely possible to have 12 of those, right?
Yeah, because I mean, doesn't it cost $350 for each one?
But if you make $9,000 a month on each one, you're paying the $350.
So, okay, quick question.
Yeah.
So, like I just told you, I finally got an Amex checking account. Do you think they'll let me pay for a business account? I mean, a business credit card?
Well, you got to remember, getting the card is all a function of either how good the credit is of the company itself, if it's ancient and if it's old enough to have credit, or how good your credit is.
Ugh.
I got that card because of my credit.
Yeah, so I should wait.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because I think, like, well, we already talked about it. Like, my girlfriend got mad because I have a gold card. And she was like, you could have been using this and getting more points. She was like, you get 4% points. Chase only give us 3.
Well, why weren't you using it? Because you just didn't realize it?
It was new. I only used it for certain things. And like I have been trying to keep my my utilization low.
Well, the thing is that, okay, so you're trying to keep your utilization, but so this is how I am with cards.
Like, damn, I should have used it today when I went to the grocery store.
What did you use today?
I used the Chase card.
Okay. So remember, so what card you use has got no bearing on utilization. Right? If you're going to spend $10,000 this month, it doesn't matter where you spend it, the utilization will be the same. Because if you spend the $10,000 on the Amex card instead of on the Chase card, then you didn't spend $10,000 there. It's the same money being spent anyway. So like, you use the card that pays you back the most. Okay. That's what you got to do. Use the card that pays you back the most in the category you're using it in.
Right.
Okay. So some people pay cards for gas, right? And so they have their cards set up that pays more for gas spending. Other cards pay more for restaurant spending. So you set your different cards for different categories because a lot of cards you can choose one category to have higher point levels on. So if you're going to buy gas, this is the card you use because it's set up to pay you more for gas. Right. If you're going to restaurants, you use this other one instead. So the one you use for gas, you don't use it for restaurants because you get more points on a different card. For advertising, you definitely use the American Express Gold Business because it gives you 6 times points for advertising specifically. But you don't use it for gas because your other card.
You only use it for ad spend.
Yeah.
Or use it for, I get you. Yeah. That's what I use my personal gold card.
So your utilization will never be bad. Remember, the most important thing is that, you don't spend more than you can afford to spend. Right? Like buying gas doesn't pay you back. See, the ad spend, as long as you can get your campaign to be a one-on-one break-even scenario, you can just keep ramping that up to maximize your reward return. So if you have 12 different companies and you have 12 different American Express Gold business cards, you can make $8,000, $9,000 a month on those. If you find a campaign that works to at least break even, dude, load that sucker up. Spend as much as you possibly can. Break even and get a huge reward.
If you're getting huge rewards, that's like $1 million just on ad spend alone. And it's like,
Well, so look at it this way. So the max you can spend to get the big points is 150. Beyond that, you're getting dinky points, right? So spend 150. So if your ad campaign breaks even consistently, spend the max per month on that card. Spend 150 the first month. Now, if you really want to make big money, okay, get 24 of the cards instead of 12.
Then I have to start 24 LLCs.
Many people have that. Okay. Like when you own commercial real estate, when you start buying Section 8 properties in bulk, each Section 8 property will have its own LLC. So, I mean, like, and why is that? Why would you?
So that if you're sued, they cannot come after you and your personal. They can only go after whatever that LLC is allocated for.
Well, beyond your personal. So why, if you have 24 properties, why would you have 24 different LLCs?
Because each house has its own LLC.
So that way, if somebody is sued because they injured themselves in one house, they can't get any of the other houses. If all of your houses are in the same LLC, they can go after those too. Yes, they can't go after you personally, but they can go for whatever the LLC owns.
Can the Montana LLCs buy property?
Of course. Hold on a second. I'll be right.
Strategies that you didn't think of, huh?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think we forgot that we was podcasting because we just gave them a whole bunch of free game. I mean, I'm just going to plug it right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want to learn more stuff like this, join our Digenet community. We meet up every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can learn things like this and a whole bunch of other stuff as far as digital business, taxes, credit. We will help you build yourself up. Go to diginetcorp.com and join us. I don't know. I just freestyled the whole commercial right there. But shoot, Quentin, how are you feeling? How you coming with your course?
Well, I got to get back into it deep because I've got some time this week, so I'm going to be working on it. I really want to finish it by the end of this week, if possible.
Yeah,
but I know there's going to be some trip ups because we got Thanksgiving in there.
You got you already got Content Creator Machine. So, like, me and Armand had talked today, right? I already did my value video. Like, I was out on Friday, and I was buying clothes, buying clothes to sell, and I was like, I was really about to go into one of my one spots. They had quoted me on some jackets, and I was like, should I buy the jackets? And I was like, what would Armand do? And I was like, dang, Armand would be like, don't spend money on jackets. Spend the money on ads for the course.
And he called me. He called. What time was that? You called me. It was like 7 in the morning.
It was like 11.
No, it was early. It was like, hold on. What day was that? You say?
It was Friday. I went downtown and I was like, oh my god, they had these because I need to make not bomber jackets, but puffer jackets. They got the puffer jackets. The puffer jacket, like last year was the bomber jackets. This year it's the puffer jackets. They got the puffer jackets for the low. You can get a puffer jacket for, well, we can break it down. You can get a puffer jacket for $14 right now, but you can sell the puffer for $8.80, depending on what you put on it. So I was like, shit, let me get
$8.80.
Yeah, you can sell the puffer jacket for $80. This is a good quality puffer jacket. I can go grab one. It's inside this room.
Yeah, there we go. He called me on Friday that's right. Okay, so he called me at 10, 12 in the morning, and I was having a late day, right? So for some reason, he woke my ass up. I'm like, wow.
I woke you up?
Yeah, dude. My alarm had gone off at like 8, and I didn't. I slept right through the damn thing, right? It was a day I could sleep in. Okay, so I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? So like Raymond was kind of like, what did you call me? And like, what did you say to me? The first thing you said.
I'm about to go get the puffer jacket.
No, you said something else. Or was it Jerome who said? It may not have been you, because the same day I get the same call. Okay, did you say that you wanted me to talk you down off a ledge?
It was kind of like that.
Did you actually? No, but somebody used that exact term, that phrase.
That was Jerome. I didn't say.
Okay, it wasn't you. Okay, so both of you guys called me with the same purpose. It's like, I want to do something. I need you to talk me out of it. Wait, was he getting the puffer jacket?
Yeah, but I'm seeing these things as high as $700, man.
Well, no, they don't have to be that. I mean, they can be.
I didn't know they were that expensive. I thought they were like 30, 40 bucks.
Well, they can be that cheap too.
I see them, but the average is like 50 bucks ish.
Damn it.
All depends whose label's on it and what it's made of.
Oh, there you go. I'm about to be mad. Oh, dang. I can see my desk. Yeah, man. It was like talking down on the ledge, but I already got these.
There we go. That's nice.
It's a nice puffer jacket.
Are you doing any improvements to it, or are you just going plain?
Heck yeah, I'm about to do some improvements. That's why I'm going to get the 80.
Yeah.
I could make the way some of these people are thinking now. They'll do the little and try to sell it for $250.
Yeah, I mean, like, but there's a reason why we really try to avoid physical products. I mean, and here's the reality of a digital product, right? Okay, digital products. Okay, the digital product, you can run a preemptive ad campaign to see if it'll work before you make it.
Right.
Okay, some people will disagree with this, but you can conceptualize a product and you can analyze it and you can say, okay, what if I was to make this kind of product, right, to test the market out? And then you can start marketing it without having it created, right? Because it exists out there. People saying, well, how can you sell something that's not made yet? That's conning people. It's not. If you're telling people it's not made yet, if you're honest and upfront about it, right? What is a Kickstarter campaign? A Kickstarter campaign is showing the people a shiny conceptual thing that we can make this hoverboard if we can raise $400,000. Who wants to be in, right? That's exactly the same thing. Does it exist? No. But we could make it. We think $400,000 would be enough to study it, make it work, and produce the product for the and here you go, buy it to help us make it. Right? That's the whole thing. That's why you crowdfunding, Kickstarter campaign, that's what it is, right? So you get out there and you create a campaign saying, okay, you're just trying to gauge public interest, right? If enough people buy the pre-launch product, you know that people will buy it.
Right.
Okay. Yes, you want to have part of it made so when they buy it, at least they're logging into a welcome module.
Right.
Showing you, hey, good thing that you're here. Here's a couple snippets, like a little bit of an advance of what you're going to be getting. And of course, you're selling it for a price point that's lower than the full price, supposedly. Right. Okay? It's a marketing technique, right? You can't do that with a physical. Well, I guess you can't do it with a simple physical product like Raymond. You couldn't crowd fund puffer jackets.
I can't crowd
because they exist.
Right?
I
can't do that, but what I can do is, and only people like me can actually do this. Oh, hold on, mic kind of far. I have it to where I can do it print on demand pretty much inside my house. So that makes me a little bit different. I'm not going and like what I would have to pay double what I paid if I went and had it produced and manufactured. So then I'm sitting on a whole bunch of product that is also double the price, and I really have to sell it where you may not sell it.
Yeah.
You may especially if I try to do it with my method, I'll have to put ads in, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times what I would do is I don't go and buy the whole box. I might just go and just get a sample. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll give you just one. If I can just get one and take a picture of it, take enough photos of it to where I make it look like something, then I don't have to buy the whole entire thing. You know, you can test the market until it's actually ready. Yep,
and that's important. You know, print and demand is an awesome thing for that, testing the market, what may work, right?
But I'm in-house print on demand. Now, I've done regular, like I can do it myself. Other people, because I'm a real designer, I got the equipment. Most people will try to use like a print on demand service. Yeah, those print on demand services, I've used them before. a lot of them don't give you a lot of good quality. You have a very small margin. Like your margin
Yes.
is minuscule.
Remember, the print on demand is effectively affiliate marketing.
It's affiliate marketing. It's just affiliate marketing with your own, I guess your
With your own
own
labels, like it's a white label
your
affiliate
own
marketing.
labels or
Yeah.
your own
That's what I
content
mean.
that
Like,
you put on
well,
shirt.
when it comes to from a functional standpoint, it's affiliate marketing, because what ends up happening is that you're doing the marketing. You're marketing the product.
Yep.
The order comes in directly to somebody else.
Right.
Okay, so the order goes directly to the company that's going to print on demand for you.
Mm-hmm.
They handle the inventory, they handle the production and the shipping,
Mm-hmm.
right? They receive the payment and they give you a cut,
Right.
which is a minor cut compared to the bulk of it, but which is exactly what affiliate marketing is. You market
Right.
a product that somebody else fulfills, somebody else collects the money and gives you it really is a finder's fee, a percentage, right?
Right.
It's commission, right? The difference between print on demand and affiliate marketing is that the product is being represented as being yours.
Right.
Okay. But from a functional standpoint, they're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That they're the same thing. Now, what's nice about print on demand is it lets you get an idea of what is in demand. And when you find something that has high demand, you can produce it in-house now.
Right.
Right. So rather than guessing, because the reason why you want to do this is like, okay, so why can't I just buy a couple pieces and do that in-house? Right. Because when you prove a product through print on demand, you can now buy that product in bulk and get a price break.
Right.
Okay. Because it takes a major purchase and a lot of things to get a price break.
Right. And to be honest with you, it's the quality places, especially where you're getting like some of your garments from, take credit.
And some of them do. Some of them take credit. Others give credit. In other words, they allow you to purchase on terms.
Oh yeah, that's
can
only
purchase-
if you know certain people.
Yeah, you can purchase net 30. So you get it and you have 30 days to make the payment.
Right.
Okay, that's called net 30. Or
Yep.
if it's 60, it's net 60. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, they can do that. But the whole thing about digital is that on top of the fact that you can do test marketing of it quite easily,
Yeah.
other thing is that when you find something that sells really well, you don't have to worry about manufacturing it all, or warehousing, or shipping,
Or also
or even the cost of making it. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
you don't have to worry about the cost of making it. You don't have to worry about the house of storing it. You don't have to worry about like I was just watching a clothing designer right now where he was talking about one time he went and got this stuff manufactured and it came back small, where it was like I can only sell this to kid. You know what I'm saying? Like so you have situations that happen like that. So I mean, and I've been in that like where it's like it took me a while, but it's like I still have stuff where it's like I bought a whole bunch of these one particular garment and it's still sitting up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes in it with digital, and that's why I'm like where I was like kind of got talked off the ledge because I was like when I went down there I was like all right we're about to go all in, and as I got back and I'm like okay if I go by like somebody had quoted me to do premium puffer jackets with hoods on them. He wanted $35 for each garment. And I had to get 5. And I was like, I can like take $175 and put it in the ads, and
Yeah,
it can probably.
And the other part about it is a lot of times, a lot of people selling garments are not strictly online. Like guys doing garments will have pop-ups a lot of times.
Have
Like,
pop ups.
you'll do
I've
events.
done that too. You
Okay.
make a whole bunch of stuff for pop up, and nobody like most times if you do a pop up just for closing, people are pulling up that are going to buy, but you might have people who don't pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And- And it's the time spent in it too, right? The time
lot.
spent in it. So when you really come down to it, it's like, okay, if you want to maximize your time, okay, you want to jump into that digital business. So once you now there is time invested in setup. Okay, you have to have things done right. Okay, when you're selling a digital product, you want to maximize everything that the digital environment gives you. Okay? You want to be able to track all of, there's a thing called the KPI, right?
Right.
KPIs, what does it stand for? Does anybody remember? KPIs. K is key. K is key.
Key progress indicator?
Two of the words are right. Key and indicators are correct. What's the P stands for?
Key profit?
Key performance. Key performance indicators. These are the metrics that you track to see what you have to improve. Right? Essentially, they are all variations on conversion rates.
Mm-hmm.
Every step along the way, there's a conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The number of people who click on the ad. That's one key performance indicator. The number of people who actually land on the page the ad takes them to. Because just because they clicked doesn't mean they actually make it there. Okay? The number of people who press the button to add the product to the cart. Okay? The number of people who actually check out and purchase. Right? There is a ratio, the abandoned cart, it's a cart abandonment ratio.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a software that actually targets those who abandon carts.
Mm-hmm.
They'll send emails. Oh, you still have your shopping cart. They didn't check out. So every step along the way, there's a KPI. And with that key performance indicator, there is an action you can take to improve that step along your way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But those key performance indicators don't work unless your platform, which is primarily for us, Meta, if you're running ads on Meta, you need to allow Meta to follow their user off of Meta. Meta can track whatever's happening within Meta, but they can't track a person when they leave it unless you give them the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you place a Meta pixel on the destination pages on your site that they're going to hit and tell that pixel what to track, if you do that, Meta can track them there too. And then they can give you all the data you need to tweak your campaigns. That has to get set up. Okay, so that must be set up. If you don't do it in the beginning, you never will. Because what will happen is if you just decide, because you can buy ads and run them without this being done. And you can get results without this being done. But your results will always be somewhat mysterious. Oh, it's working. Why? I don't know. It's not working. Why? I don't know. Right? You're guessing, kind of. Educated guessing. Okay?
Why do educated guess where it actually tells you?
And the reason why you'll never get this stuff done if you don't do it in the beginning is because now you're paying money into ads and you're dealing with results. You're going to be sitting there trying to manually sift through your results to figure out what's going on. You'll never have the time to go back in there and go through the laborious task of creating a data set in pixels. You won't do it. Because now you're dealing with ad campaigns and you ain't got the time anymore. Unless you're hiring somebody. So that's why you got to get it done in the beginning. So yes, there's a process of stuff you got to get done in the beginning to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. But it's not that hard, especially after you've done it once. Right? Yeah. So I just set up our new data sets in pixels. I have the funnels created. I'm ready to rock and roll. I just have to take the generic content of the funnels and put our stuff inside it. And once that's done, we're going to start running ads. We're going to start running, what's it called? The
Threads.
Oh yeah, but we're going to start running the I'm looking through.
Ad campaign?
No, it's not because you can't run ads on Threads. So
you're
basically,
talking about
links.
The content?
The word link. We're going to start linking our Threads content back to. So we're going to talk about weight loss, whatever we talk about in Threads, want to learn more, want to start your journey, whatever it is, there's going to be a call to action in Threads. You can click on it. It's not an ad because it's our own post.
Right.
But it's a post with a call to action on there, and we can take them straight into our funnel. Right. Only reason why we can't run ads at that moment is because we haven't done ads yet. But once the ad gets completed, then we can run ads too. And you do both. So you'll have some organic traffic coming from posts you're putting on Threads, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Actually, all those three plus TikTok and Pinterest for organic sales. And you're tracking your pixel and data set will be able to track everybody coming off of Meta. So Instagram, Facebook, Threads will track all that. Okay. What it won't track is your activity from TikTok and from Pinterest and from YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pinterest, we can talk about that other because actually we kind of go on super over time limit.
What time is it? Dang it.
It's one.
Holy crap. We really went through like, hey, yeah. We got to save more good stuff for later, right?
We got tons of stuff. I did a commercial. You was gone while I did the commercial, but
oh, did you?
Yep. Go to digenet.corp and
no. Remember, it's digenetcorp.com.
Digenetcorp.com.
There you go.
Where you can learn how to do the stuff that we talking about.
We'll put a link in the description, obviously.
Put a link in the description. Yep.
And remember, and right now I'm revamping we have to do a revamp on the Digenet site.
Yeah. To
reflect our new direction. But yeah, things have been moving, and I'm enjoying where it's going.
Are we gonna meet on Wednesday?
What's that? Oh, it's Thanksgiving, isn't it?
It's the day before Thanksgiving.
And actually, people will probably need to prep for what.
Well, I mean, us three. You guys want to meet?
Okay, we can meet on. It's going to be via a phone call.
Oh,
I'm going to be driving.
Oh, I mean, sure. What you think, Quentin?
It doesn't matter to me. Let me know early because I got to cook for church.
You got to cook for church that day?
Or I got to cook for Thursday. I got a ham and I got some corn on the cob. I got to cook.
I mean, and ham is a pop it in the oven and let it go thing.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure I do my stuff before we get involved.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm open to doing it because I'll be driving, so we can do it starting at 7. How's that sound?
I'm in 7 o'clock.
7.
Yeah,
we can do that. That's better.
That's better because I drop my wife off at that time. We'll talk as I drive along the way. And I will have, at that time, complete, hold on, let me stop our recording. So wait, let's sign off. We can add the rest out. Hey, thanks for being here for our Digenet Thanksgiving special.
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is, right?
They might see this on Christmas Day.
Let me see this Christmas Day, but for us, it's right before Turkey Day. And once again, I am Armand. With me is
Raylo.
You Tatum.
There we go. Thank you for being with us, and we'll catch you in the next one.